What is good, Sixer Nation, Philly Take Nation? Welcome on in to another edition of Philly Take with RB, Sixers Game Day live show. As the Sixers are back again, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off, no time change today. Second of a back-to-back. And I have a lot to get off my chest, man. Sixers need to bounce back and win. In my opinion, a lot on the line tonight. If they do not find a way to win this game, and in my opinion, if they don't find a way to win it handily, conversations need to be had. We are 9 days away from the NBA trade deadline. A lot to get into, man. Sixers Game Day Live with your boy RB. Let's go, man. Welcome into the show, man. Lot to get into. Here on a Tuesday night, still snowy outside, brutally cold, but I'm here warming it up with the best community in the world. I have a lot to get into, a lot to get off my chest here in this pregame show, so kick back, get some popcorn, give me your thoughts in the chat, and let's do it. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're tapping in from. Welcome in to Philly Take with RB, Sixers Game Day live show presented by our friends at National University. As always, we are powered by the Sleeper app. We have the 24-21 Philadelphia 76ers taking on the 18-26 Milwaukee Bucks. Sixers have lost 5 out of their last 7. Bucks have lost 5 out of their last 6. So both of these teams not playing good ball right now, but this is the number one Sixers Game Day live show. We give you pregame, live game, and postgame coverage, including our staple play-by-play and reactions and our analysis as it all goes down. We'll read out your comments in real time. We'll take your phone calls after the game. Do me a huge favor, man. You know how these back-to-backs go. We have the most back-to-backs in the NBA, and it's a grind, man. So I need everybody getting active down in the comments. Let me know how you feel, man. Do me a favor. As soon as you come into the chat, drop a like on the show. The more people interact and engage with the show, hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff, the more we get it out in front of new eyes, and we grow this community. You do not have to be a Philly fan or a Sixers fan to subscribe. We are trying to grow one of the biggest NBA communities out there, and we are doing just that thanks to all of your support. So make sure you subscribe to the show, and make sure you turn on the notifications. That way you don't miss any of our videos, live shows, or shorts that we post after the game. We are preparing to do a collab show as well, probably later this week, as we are a week away from the trade deadline. I want to get some others on the show, get some thoughts about the trade deadline. And of course, I've been putting out videos about it as well, so make sure you check those out. And if you want to become a channel member and support the show, hit the join button down below or the link that is down below. Moderators, great news. We finally got the link tree going. So anybody, if you want to go down to the description of this live stream, we have finally mixed it up a little bit. We put together a link tree after they unbanned us, and all of these social links are now within one link tree. So mods, you can just keep throwing that link tree into the chat, and everybody can find all the links in there. Speaking of all of those, make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, which is back and working now. Follow us there at Philly Take with RB. Same thing over on Facebook. We are blowing up right now, and follow me on Twitter at RB Philly Take. That is where I connect with all of you behind the scenes, talk about these teams, give my thoughts on a daily basis, and just get a lot off my chest. And speaking of that, Fire Take members, let's see those emojis in the chat, because I have to get a lot off my chest right now. Drop the fire emojis, all right? Here's number one. I'm just going to go down the list, and then I will get to the chat. If you weren't here yesterday, congratulations. You didn't miss much other than the 76ers being down 50 to the Charlotte Hornets. I came out yesterday in the pregame show, and I said I do not have a good feeling about this game. Now, I did pick the Sixers, which was wrong of me to do. Usually I go with my intuition and my gut. Sixers were down by 50. That is not a talent thing. That is not, they just hit all the shots. We didn't. Sixers did not have any effort yesterday. Some people want to excuse that with the 3 p.m. schedule change, which I do think is part of it. And I'll tell you right now, I am starting to get a lot more nervous about this game. 76ers are a 9.5-point favorite in this game. And according to reports, according to Nick Nurse before the game, the 76ers did not get back to Philly last night until 1 a.m., which means they probably did not go to sleep until 3 or 4 a.m. So here we are the next day, 8 p.m. tip-off. All I know is that things have been jumbled lately, and when you get out of your routine, I know they play at different times and they do different things, but overall, they have a pretty solid routine. But when you come back late and first your game has changed yesterday, and now you get back to Philly at 1 a.m., you start messing things up. So if they already didn't have any energy yesterday, well, now I'm starting to get concerned about what they're going to look like today. That's number one. Number two, from now on, anytime I have intuition about a game, which I'd say 80 to 90% of the time is what I do anyway, right? I have a feel on this team. I have I don't know what you want to call it, crystal ball. I have a gut feeling on this team. I can read them like the back of my hand. I'm not always right, but I've watched every single game. I've called every single game with the exception of one. I know this team. I know their tendencies. So for the people that come into the chat in the pregame show, and if I pick the other team, they're like, RP, you're a hater. You're a hater. You want to see the Sixers fail. Man. Anytime I have a gut feeling moving forward, I will go with that gut feeling because 90% of the time I know what I'm talking about. The other 10% of the time I get screwed. But yeah. So from now on, we are going to keep it real in the chat. And I want you guys to do the same, man. I always try to keep it real. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, so keep it real in the chat. Number two, the Sixers did not get back until 1 a.m., so I'm starting to get very nervous about this game. And number three, Quentin Grimes is out with a sprained ankle. I do not know where Quentin Grimes got injured yesterday. Somebody let me know. When did Grimes get injured? Because I remember he played the whole game. In addition to that, I'm getting very sick and tired of the Sixers waiting until a half hour before the game to put out whether or not Joel Embiid and Paul George are playing. And yesterday, I gave a lot of criticism to Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. I think there's people on both sides of the equation. I think I did a really good job yesterday at not trying to feed into that because, the Maxey swarm, the Maxey haters came in the chat as they do every time he plays bad. I think we got to just stay as level-headed as we can. Maxey played like crap yesterday. I tell it how it is. On top of that, I will continue to reiterate that the biggest issue with this team is that Joel Embiid and Paul George cannot play back-to-backs. So the Sixers do not have a consistent lineup on the floor. And on top of that, I'm getting tired of the Sixers waiting a half hour before the game to put out whether or not Joel Embiid is playing. That's why I had to wait a couple minutes to even start the show, because I'm waiting to see, all right, do I have to switch my thumbnail? Because the Sixers tell us all day that Joel Embiid is questionable. Then they upgrade him to probable. Like, just tell us that he's playing. It makes my life a lot easier. But also, like, why are we still here, man? Like, who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? So anyway, those are my main thoughts that I wanted to get out off my chest. I see a lot of the moderators loading in now. Mods, if you were not here a few minutes ago, we finally got the link tree up and going. The link tree is down in the description of the stream. So all of our social links, our website, our merch, all that is now combined onto one link tree. Finally got it going. So just, throw that in the chat. Maybe occasionally throw in, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. But we finally got that going. Okay. Other than that, what else do I want to say about this game? Oh, here's what I want to say. Before this game, here's a real quote from Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers says, hold on, let me pull up the exact quote. Don't want to get it wrong. Doc Rivers said, quote, "Joel is the most talented player that I have ever coached. Unfortunately for me, I've never had him healthy once in the playoffs." Here's my 2 instant reactions to that. Number one, we all know Giannis is out, right? We talked about that yesterday. He's out for like 6 weeks. He sprained his ankle, hamstring, one of them. Giannis has been openly throwing Doc Rivers and his coaches under the bus and his players and his teammates. Giannis is going to get traded. Matter of fact, the trade deadline is in 9 days. I was listening to some NBA stuff earlier today. This might end up being the worst trade deadline ever unless Giannis gets traded, because Giannis's trade value is pretty much holding up the entire trade market. So I don't even know how entertaining the trade deadline is going to be this year. Usually we stream it every year. To be honest with you, the Sixers play that day at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Next week is the first West Coast trip. If you're going to be up with me late at night, shout out to you. I don't blame you if you're not. But the trade deadline is at 3 p.m. on that day. Then the Sixers play at 10. So I think I'm going to stream like maybe 30 minutes to an hour of the trade deadline, but it doesn't seem like the trade deadline is going to be that good this year, just like free agency wasn't good. And I think that also speaks to the way teams are trying to build now. They don't want to acquire the big-time superstar. So we might see like some little trades. We'll see what the Sixers do. But anyway, circling back to the Bucks. Doc Rivers is the funniest coach I've ever seen in my life. And yes, when the Sixers hired Doc Rivers, I was very, very high on Doc Rivers because I was sold the championship pedigree and all that stuff. But for Giannis to be throwing Doc under the bus, right? Doc has been the one that always throws shots. Now he comes back, now that he's with Milwaukee and they suck, and he says, oh, by the way, Joel's the best player I ever coached. But then he does the Doc Rivers thing where he takes all the accountability away from himself and he says, yeah, but I never had him healthy in the playoffs. I just don't understand how people continue to employ Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers has now been a part of blowing up every single team. He takes no accountability. He goes on these wild tangents. And when the Bucks hire Doc Rivers, which is, by the way, what is it, their 4th head coach they're paying at one time? Budenholzer. Who else am I forgetting here? Budenholzer, the guy that got fired. Can't think of his name right now. I don't know. I'm blanking on his name. It's been a long day. You know who I'm talking about. They got Adrian Griffin. So Budenholzer, Adrian Griffin, Doc Rivers, and then I believe that's it right now. But when they fire him, they're going to end up paying a 4th coach. Anyway, my point is, Doc Rivers, once again, has ran another team into the ground. He has completely pissed off the superstar. And he's out here, again, trying to make excuses. Matter of fact, when Doc Rivers got pulled out of the announcing booth to be the Bucks coach, when it was like 20 games into the season, when Adrian Griffin got fired, Doc Rivers literally said, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. That's what he was talking about, the Bucks roster situation. And he said, I would not wish this on anybody. So Doc Rivers is the most delusional coach I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not joking. And it's just a Sixers thing that he had to come through here. Anyway, those are my main rants I want to get off my chest. Now, in terms of this game, I'm not going to go through the ratings. I'm not going to go through the players. We did that yesterday. The Sixers were down by 50. If the Sixers cannot come out here and win this game, they're a 10.5 point favorite. If they can't win this game by double digits, I am going to be mad at this team. Call it harsh, call it over the top. I don't care. Like I said at the beginning here, I'm going with my gut feeling. Call me a hater, whatever you want. I will tell you the truth. I will tell you the facts. The Milwaukee Bucks, who have lost 6 out of 7 games, are a horrible, horrible basketball team. I'm sorry, they've lost 5 out of 6. They've lost 5 out of 6 games. Giannis has openly quit on the team. In terms of the injury report, right, we know Giannis is out, and he's out for the next 6 weeks or whatever. Kevin Porter Jr. is out. Taurean Prince is out. The Sixers went to overtime against the Bucks back in early December. And that was one of them crazy games where the Bucks came back at the end and this guy Ryan Rollins was going nuts. Actually, no, I think that was a regulation game. The OT game was back in November. So the Sixers have beat this team twice. The second time they actually beat them pretty comfortably. The first time was the OT game. But outside of this cat, Ryan Rollins, who was a former second-round pick who nobody expected to do anything, and outside of maybe Bobby Portis, this team has nothing. They have absolutely nothing. Miles Turner was overpaid, but the Bucks had to do it to get him away from Indiana. And AJ Green's a good three-point shooter, but he's been up and down. The Bucks are terrible. They don't care right now. Giannis is calling out the whole team. Doc Rivers stinks. Sixers beat him by 15 a month ago. If the Sixers don't come out and play like they care tonight, they will be ranted on in the postgame show. And that is how it will go. We have to stop making excuses for this team. We have to stop babying them. We are now 46 games into the season. And if we want this team to be a real contender and a real threat, they got to step up and do it. Every time. And if you've watched the team all season, which a lot of you probably have not, but if you have watched the team all season, every time they get 5 to 6 games above 500, they have a chance to go on a winning streak, and they lose a couple games that they should win. It has happened religiously for the entire season. So now they're 3 games above 500. They have the Bucks tonight, they have the Kings on Thursday, and the Pelicans on Saturday. If the Sixers lose, say, 2 of the next 3 games, we might have to start talking about them selling next week at the trade deadline. Not that they're going to trade Joel or whatever, or Maxey. They're not going to do that. I'm just saying, this team's got to really kick it into gear. Yesterday was absolutely embarrassing. It was maybe a top 2 or 3 worst Sixers game I've watched in the last 6 years. I'm not even joking. They were down by 50 in the third quarter. Anyway, that is my thoughts on this game. Give me yours in the chat. Maybe I'm being harsh, but it's the second of a back-to-back, and the Sixers are making us stay up later, so they better get their act together. Nick Nurse, you better kick this into gear, man. I did not hear any quotes yesterday post-game. I was so mad at this team, I just kind of turned everything off, but the only bright spot yesterday was that Jared McCain was hitting some shots late in the game, but again, the Sixers were already down 40, so how much stock can you put into it? Now, Quentin Grimes is not playing today. He is out with a sprained ankle. Don't know when he got injured, but this is a chance for Jared McCain to continue to do his thing. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. All right, we're going to get to our predictions on the other side real quick. Got to give a shout out to our partners of today's show over at Sleeper. Ladies and gentlemen, don't sleep on the game. Don't go to sleep yet, because on Sleeper, you can go over right now, download the app, sign up, and use code PhillyTake, and you can get a 100% deposit match up to $100 over on your first deposit. Now, every game, we make the picks. Sleeper is your one-stop shop. Best fantasy football app out there, but the best part is making the picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we do a parlay every single game, and it takes about 30 seconds or less with a $1 minimum entry, and you can go make your picks over on Sleeper. They're also offering a $20 free entry right now on their app, as you can see right here, that you can claim. Okay, let's go ahead and make some picks in this game. I'm just going based off how I feel. I got to pick Maxey to rebound tonight. He was absolutely terrible. He had 6 points yesterday. I'm taking the over on Tyrese Maxey. Last time the Sixers played Milwaukee, AJ Green, I think, had 0 points, and that's because I picked him on the over, so I'm going to jinx him again. Kelly Oubre is going over 12.5. I don't know why, but he just is. And what else? VJ, he played terrible yesterday. I think he could rebound. I think I'm going to take VJ rebounds. I don't think the Bucks have a lot of athleticism, especially on the wing. VJ 5.5 boards. I'm going to take him over. So those are the 4 picks that we're going to go with. Took me about 20 seconds there. So go ahead and download the Sleeper app. Use our promo code PhillyTake. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Operational in over 25 states. Please gamble responsibly. We will check back at halftime on our picks. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time to pick our final score prediction. Ladies and gentlemen, drop your final score predictions in the chat. Drop your team prediction. Who do you think is going to win the game? And who do you think is going to lead the game in points? How many will they score? So again, give me your final score prediction. Which team wins? Who leads the game in scoring? And how many points will they have? Now again, I'm going based off intuition here. I'm very concerned that the 76ers got back to Philly last night at 1 in the morning. Probably didn't sleep till like 3 or 4 in the morning. That is concerning, right? You're already off on your schedule. They played at 3 p.m. Eastern yesterday. They didn't get back till late. It's cold. They're probably all out of sync. But I think Joel Embiid being back in this game, I think Paul George being back tonight is going to give them a boost. It should be enough to help them win. I think they have to win this game by double digits. They need to come out and make a statement. And I think it may be ugly at first, but I think just having Joel on the floor, his presence alone is going to lift this team against the Bucks team that is absolutely terrible. So I'm going to say the Sixers win this game 117-108. Sixers win 117-108. I'm going to say Joel Embiid leads the game with 35 points. And the Sixers get back on track because they need to. That is my final score prediction. Give me yours in the chat right now. And welcome in. Let's give a shout out to some of the members. We have Banj in the chat. We have Karen in the chat. We have Beer Battered Gummy Shark in the chat. Our boy Tika. Busy Bee in the house. Who else we got? Estelle, what's up? Dom Boyle in the chat. Pure Philly Pain. Clint. We have all of the amazing channel members in here. Thank you so much. Guys, we got 210 people in here. Please do me a favor and hit the like button on the show so that we can push this out to more viewers. We did hit 51K. Now we're on the road to 52K. Make sure you follow us everywhere. We have our link tree finally set up. The link is down in the description. You click that link and it shows you all of our social links in one. Makes it much easier to navigate. Our mods will be throwing it in the chat throughout the game. So yeah, shout out to everybody in here. We got Busy B who says 115, 111 Sixers, Joel 36. Cool J says I'm going to reverse psych again. Deep breath 123, 115 Bucks, Turner 25. Karen says 116, 107 Sixers, Joel 34. Who else we got in here? Embiid says Embiid not scoring 35. Okay, we'll see. I think he's scoring 35. First time Sixers played Bucks, Maxey went for 55. Yeah, that was his career high. Actually, I think it was 54, but he was awesome, man. Sixers 131-127, says Estelle. Pure Philly Paint says nobody on the Bucks roster can guard Embiid. That's a fact. John Monroe, what's going on? Fence says Sixers are frauds. You're a fraud. Pure Philly Paint says Turner could stop him and Embiid is going to have his way. Turner is going to sit in the corner and chuck threes. That's what he does. 145-144. That'd be crazy. Based on the way these teams are playing defense right now, that might happen. Let's see. 128-124. You guys aren't even putting teams, man. You got to put what team's going to win and who's going to be the leading scorer. Let's see. Dom Boyle, $2 super chat says, hit that like button every stream. Let's go, Dom. My guy, Dom, hitting us with a bell. John Monroe says Sixers 121-108, Joel 31. SGA, our pure hater in here, says 145-115 Bucks. Who else? Pure Philly Pain says Facts RB. Peter says 117-91 Sixers, Embiid with 35. Sorry, we're not a contender in the East. We're working towards it, says Daniel. Lat says 109-104, does not put a team. Daniel says 123-121 Sixers. 128-124 Sixers. What else? Let's start a Sixers winning streak, says Pure Philly Paint. Joel for 40. Kandisha, what's going on? 130-104 Bucks. Dave Jones, what's going on? Says 122-109 Sixers. SGA says I'm a hater. We already know, man. You live in here to hate, man. It is what it is. Appreciate you being here. Hit the thumbs up button. 123-115 Sixers, Maxey 45. Yeah, I could see Maxey or Embiid leading the game in points tonight. All right, man, we need to bounce back. We need it big time. We need it big time. It's a later tip-off tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Second of a back-to-back, but we're here, man. Grinding it out every single game. Drop that beat. Let's go, man. Sixers taking on the Bucks at home. RB in the best community in the world. It is the Sixers Game Day Live Show. Let's go. Yes, sir, man. Let's go, man. Sixers and Bucks on a Tuesday night. We are inching towards the All-Star break. Game 46. We do it every single game, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Appreciate everybody being here, man. 200 in the chat already. Do me a favor, like this show right now. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us everywhere. This is the 76ers Game Day Live Show presented by National University. Couple housekeeping rules. One, do not spam in the chat. You start spamming. Otherwise, when you're told to do so, then you will be timed out by the mods. Number two, please do not spoil the game. Time your stream or your game up with our stream. We are starting to put the final touches on the new custom scoreboard. It's going to take some navigating, some getting used to, but we're not there yet. So give me some time, be patient. And if it bothers you that much, then put a piece of paper on your device and cover it up. 4 hours of coverage every single game, pregame, live game, postgame. We give it right to you. We also stream other games. We drop videos. We do shorts. And we're trying to take over the game, man. Thank you for everybody being here, for supporting us. I really love the community that we've built. I can't speak on anything specific at this point, but we have some really big things in the works. And it is all because of your support. So thank you for being here. And let's get it going. Let's get it going. Put that device on, hang back, chill, and let's get it going. Hopefully much better than yesterday. Let's go, man. Sixers starting five tonight will be Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, and Joel Embiid. Joel and PG return. Quentin Grimes out with a sprained ankle. Giannis is out for the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see what the official injury here is for Giannis. It is a right calf strain. That's what it is. Right calf strain. I actually got nervous for a second because they said this game was on Peacock, but then I realized it was also on NBC Philly. So, thankfully, I didn't have to scramble at the last second. I'm going to drop our... Actually, I didn't put it on my sheet here. We now have a link tree going. They finally unbanned me, even though they had wrongly banned me. So we are going to drop that link here in the chat. I'm also going to drop the channel membership link if you want to support us, if you want to become a member. We will drop that as well. Karen says, got to play like you mean it from the jump. Exactly. Can't come out like you did yesterday. Ben says, if we're within 40 at halftime, that's a start. Exactly, Ben. Exactly. Wonder if Bobby Portis gets traded. SGA, you're getting on my nerves, man. I don't want to come down on you because I feel like you're probably like 10 years old, but I don't know, man. You're a little strange, bro. A little strange. Just being honest. Pure Philly Pain says 100 likes. Drop the yes, sir. Let's go. Drop the yes, sir in the chat. Wake 'em up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go, man. Next week is the West Coast trip. Sixers will travel out. They got 5 games that start at 10 p.m. Eastern. If you're on the West Coast, it'll probably be nice for you. But, yeah, man, next week's going to be a crazy week because we got the West Coast trip and we have the trade deadline on Thursday. Thursday is the trade deadline at 3 p.m. Eastern, and then we have the Sixers game at 10 p.m. So it's going to be a wild day, wild week. It's going to be interesting. Let's go, man. The Bucks team cannot score more than 100 on most nights. I'm telling you, like I said in our pregame show, the Milwaukee Bucks are an absolutely terrible basketball team. They've all quit on Doc Rivers. If the Sixers do not win this game, by double digits, I am not going to be happy. That's how I feel. Mods, I'm going to rely on you guys tonight a lot, man. Like I said, second of a back-to-back. If people are being weird, man, time them out. Lou World in the chat, what's going on, brother? What's up, man? SGA says, I'll call in when the Warriors play the Sixers. I'll be honest, SGA, I'm not going to take your call, bro. I'm probably not going to. Shin says, if you don't like how RB runs a show, you can kick rocks. Exactly, man. Like, again, there's many places to watch this game, to listen to this game coverage. If you don't like our style, man, that is perfectly okay. You're not going to please everybody. Your style is not going to accommodate everybody. I've already realized that for many years now. So I'm me. I can only be me. This is what I do. And we've built a spectacular community, man. So we can't focus on the negative Nancy's. We got to just have fun. And I'm going to be me regardless, man. Lou World says, feeling a little better after 2 nights off of Twitter, was pissed off last game. Yeah, man, that's my downfall. I get off here and I go to tweet out more stuff and then I just get sucked into the rabbit hole. Sixers Twitter is like a completely different place. Like, the people on there, it's sometimes it almost feels like you're talking to like bots. I'll be honest. Sometimes it feels like that. So Karen says, where's Nelly at? I'll be honest, man. Some of our OGs have dipped off this season. That's okay, though, because I feel like we've established a really good core of our OGs. But RIP to the fallen soldiers, man. Our boy Nelly, shout out Secret Underdog, Sixers Sam, Jordan E. All the peeps that used to tap in, man. Hope y'all are doing well, man. Peter says, screw the haters, RB. We love you, bro. Much love out to you guys, man. Much love. Y'all have made this possible for me. And I love it, man. I love it. When is tip-off? I don't know. Let me ask my sources at the NBA. Let me see. According to my source at the NBA, approximately 2 minutes, 46 seconds, 50 milliseconds. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. All right, let's go, man. I'm still pissed off at that game yesterday, man. That was an embarrassment. Hard to sit through that game, man. Hard to sit through that game. By the way, shout out to VJ Edgecombe. Got named to the Rising Stars game. Congratulations. Tyrese Maxey, All-Star starter. I was looking up the All-Star format this year because honestly, I forgot what it was. Honestly, I think it's ridiculous. Don't hate on me for that opinion. I'm just being honest with you. I was talking to somebody, not, they don't work at the NBA, but they have ties close to it. And the NBA feels like it's in a scramble right now. Really, all the All-Star games, because of the amount of injuries that are going on right now in these sports, guys don't really want to participate. They asked VJ Edgecombe a couple weeks ago, will you participate in the dunk contest? And he was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, we can't even get rookies to be in the dunk contest. Looks like it's going to be another Mac McClung year, probably. They've already asked him to do it like 5 years in a row, and he's amazing. But we have like G Leaguers in the dunk contest, and I don't know. The whole thing is kind of messed up. I feel like they should just give these guys off at this point. This year, they're doing like a round-robin tournament. It's not even like an all-star game anymore, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Busy Bee says we're allergic to winning in front of big media. That's another reason I'm kind of concerned about this game. We can't even do things on primetime, so the more that I let this game kind of ponder on me, I do not feel good about this game because team got back home at like 1 a.m. yesterday. They probably didn't sleep till like 4 a.m. Their energy was terrible yesterday. They played at a weird time. And now this is like a later game in the day, time switch, and it's a prime time. And they're a 10.5 point favorite. Yeah, I don't really feel that good about this game. I just want it to start. Apparently McClung doesn't want to this year. Well, then the dunk contest is cooked, man. I don't know who's going to be in it, but the All-Star weekend is not good anymore, simply put. So, I don't know. Yeah, Busy. I was reading your comment when I said about the allergic thing. So yeah. Guys, we got 290 people in the chat, 110 likes right now. Do me a favor, get us to 200 likes. Subscribe to our channel. I'm RB. This is Philly Take with RB. We call these games every single game. We give you the live stats, break it down as it happens, take your reactions in the chat, and we give you pregame, live game, and postgame coverage, all produced by yours truly, one-man production, transitioning into these different shows, doing everything. So show me some love in the chat. Thank you for being here. Let's go. Let's go. You know, they like to egg these primetime games a little bit. Kind of like to let these things just sit a little bit, so. Bucks are 3-11 without Giannis this year, per the broadcast. Worst record through 44 games since Giannis's rookie season. So, Sixers should win this game by a landslide. We'll see. Not if they play like they did yesterday. That was embarrassing. All right, man, let's go. Sixer Nation, drop some blue and red in the chat. Drop that blue and red in the chat. Thank you for being here. Sixers rocking the blue jerseys tonight, and the Milwaukee Bucks are rocking the white jerseys. All righty, here we go. Maxey has it first. He's coming around the screen. Maxey going to find Joel. Back to Maxey. Maxey going to pull up a mid-range. Bang! Maxey starts it off with a hit. Here's Bobby Portis. Going to dribble, drive, and spin. Portis back the other way. Floats it up and in. Portis going to answer down the other way. Once again, no Quentin Grimes today with an ankle sprain. Don't know how he got hurt, but he did. Sixers have it up top. Score is 2-2. Maxey going to pull a deep three this time. No can do. VJ gets the offensive rebound over to Paul George. Paul George for three. Cha-ching! Sixers right in stride to begin. Embiid and Paul George did not play yesterday. Ryan Rollins lost it out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe going to get whistled for his first. Let's go, guys. Like the show. Hit the subscribe button. Let's go, man. Ryan Rollins going to dribble in, kick it out to the corner. Kyle Kuzma up top to Turner. The pump fake, the drive, mid-range, pull-up, no good. For the Bucks, it is A.J. Green, Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis, Miles Turner, and Ryan Rollins. Here's Oubre downhill, turns to his right, spins, fades, and he is fouled by Bobby Portis. So it is Kelly Oubre heading to the line for two. First one at the line, no good for Kelly Oubre. Lets the ball bounce right off the noggin. Sixers are 7-4 in the last 11 games when the big three plays. Nick Nurse over at the scores table talking to Doc Rivers. I don't know what they're talking about. We got a game to watch, fellas. Oubre 1 of 2 at the stripe. Bobby Portis going to find Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma into Turner. He's going to turn and spin. Turner hands off to A.J. Green. Green back to Turner. The pump fake. Joel jumps. Turner a sidestep three, and he cannot get it to go. Got to be thinking Miles Turner's like, damn, man. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Pacers probably would have been a lot better with them, but the Bucks are atrocious. VJ going to pop a three. Cha-ching. VJ bouncing right back. Because yesterday he was way off. Here's Miles Turner. Turner working against Joel Embiid now. Turner up top. He's going to hand it off to A.J. Green. A.J. guarded by Maxey. Green driving and kicks. Here's Portis. The dribble. The drive. Portis out to Kuzma. Kuzma for three. Too much on it. VJ saves it from going out of bounds. Here come the 76ers. Paul George in transition of three. That one's off the back iron. Portis over to Ryan Rollins. Rollins coming up the floor. Dribbling around a screen. He drives. He pulls up. And can't get it to go. Oubre tried to get it to VJ. VJ blocked Portis from behind. And he was knocked to the floor. So it's going to be out of bounds. Staying with Milwaukee. Just curious. Let me look at what Bobby Portis' contract is like. I wonder if Bobby Portis will get traded. He's like a really good four. I've always wanted Bobby Portis on the Sixers. Brings a lot of toughness as well. Let's look at Bobby Portis' contract. Here's A.J. Green going to pop a three. That one is short. Bucks get it back. Here's Ryan Rollins dribbling, driving, goes up and got it with the reverse lay. Bobby Portis making $13.4 million this year, $14.5 next year. So it would be tough to get him, especially if the Sixers are looking to shed some salary. Joel lost it out of bounds. I'm guessing that would probably be Oubre, Drummond. That'd be like, what, 12 or 13 mil? That'd be like an even swap right there. But I don't know, man. Rollins goes up, missed the layup, and he is fouled. Guess you could put Gordon in there, Lowry. If the Bucks are trying to shed salary, they got to worry about moving Giannis first and foremost, though. They're trying to move Giannis, and I don't know who's going to give up everything to get Giannis. Right now, Giannis is sitting on $54 million. So Ryan Rollins going to knock down the first one at the line. Let's go, guys. 310 people in the chat. Get us to 300 likes, man. Please support our show. Thank you for being here. Free throws knocked down. It is 9-6. Rollins goes 2 of 2 at the stripe. Here's Paul George, going to dribble, drive, reverse lay. He missed it. Oubre trying to pick it up, and it goes right through the hands. All right, SGA, you got to get out of here, man. You're getting on my nerves again. Get a little timeout there. Rollins kicks out to Kuzma. Portis. Turner. Turner pops a three and nails it. All of a sudden, it's a 7-0 run for the Milwaukee Bucks. So it is 9-9. Maxey downhill under the rim. Kicks out. Jared McCain in for the first time. Oubre a three. Can't get it. McCain taps it all the way back to Joel. Here's Jared McCain. Thinking. Now in the corner. Paul George, corner three. Cha-ching! Paul George knocks down his second triple of the first quarter. Paul George has been cooking early in games, and then he usually disappears. Turner pops a three on the other end. Can't get it to fall. PG the rebound. Here come the 76ers. Here's Tyrese Maxey on the wing. Maxey working one-on-one. Left to right. Dribbles, drives, lays it up, and it rolls out. Sixers lead it by 3. Rollins going down the other way. Kicks out to the corner. Poked by Oubre. Out of bounds. So Jared McCain in. I believe he had 16 yesterday. He was the lone bright spot for the 76ers. See what he can do. Bucks are 1 of 5 from 3. Sixers are 3 of 6. Dom says, I feel like there's a crossword puzzle or a math problem to hit the like button. That's what I'm saying, man. Takes literally 1 second. But mods, that's why you guys got to tell people how to do it, because I feel like a lot of people that watch this show don't even know how to do it. We got to really break it down, beginner-like. Joel gets doubled. PG to Maxey. Maxey to the corner. Justin Edwards now in for the first time. So first 2 subs are going to be McCain and Edwards. Joel up over a defender, knocks it down from the mid-range. That is bread and butter for Joel Embiid. Sixers lead it 14-11. I just said yesterday, too, why isn't Edwards playing more? Turner floats one up. Embiid does not contest, and the Bucks knock down another one. So it is 14-13. Here's Joel, hands off to Paul George. Maxey, Edwards, a three in the corner. Cha-ching! Sixers offense is firing right now. Here's Kyle Kuzma, the one bouncer. Turner into the paint. Joel Embiid not playing any defense whatsoever. Dude, they're literally cooking him every possession on defense. Here's Joel on the other end. Goes up, and he's fouled under the rim. They're really taking advantage of that little mid-range area give and go. Like I said, man, I'm not holding back on anybody. I'm just speaking my mind. I know a lot of the, I call them the Maxey hate crew at this point. You know, they don't want to acknowledge the deficiencies from Joel or Paul George or VJ. I'm going to speak it how it is on everybody, man. Right now, Joel Embiid is playing very lackluster defense. He's playing good on offense, but he's got to step up and play defense. Turner's got 7 points in the paint. There's no way that Turner should outscore Embiid in the paint. Absolutely not. All right, man, let's get some blue and red flowing in the chat. 360 people in here. Welcome into the Sixers Game Day Live, presented by National University. We do it every single game. Pre-game, live game, post-game. Here on the second of a back-to-back. We have an offensive matchup so far. A lot of shots falling. Not a lot of defense being played. Cool, Jay. Thank you, man. Yeah, you got to like literally tell these people how to do it. Like click the X on your screen of the chat. Go down. and find the thumbs up and knock it down. What else we got up in here, man? Karen's in here. White Mamba. What else we got? Pure Philly Pain. I ain't in the chat. Who else? Cool J, what's up? So yeah, Bobby Portis on a 13 mil contract. Honestly, I mean, guess it depends how much you value his, or what his value is. He's averaging 13 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, 0.5 steals, 0.2 blocks. He is shooting 46.5% from three. Wow. Yeah, Bobby Portis is a guy that the Sixers should absolutely be interested in. First one good at the line for JoJo. Let me ask you guys in the chat, man. Let's get some convo going here. Like, what do you guys really think the Sixers are going to do at the trade deadline? What are your honest thoughts? Do you think they're just going to make a couple small moves? Do you think they're going to do nothing? Do you think they'll trade Drummond, Oubre? Like, what are your thoughts? Sixers lead it by 4 after the free throws from Joel. Here's Ryan Rollins, slips by Edwards, switched on to Maxey. He turns back the other way, finds Turner. Turner at the top. Turner against Joel, crosses over on him, drives to the paint, goes up, and fouled by Embiid and one. Joel looked pathetic on that defensive effort right there. Honestly, it looked like he couldn't even move his left knee. New York Knicks fans want to be so pumping their chest about the Joel Embiid, Mitch Robinson thing, but they don't want to acknowledge that the Knicks backup center the other day came in and literally dove on Joel's knee. They'll never admit that. So, just being honest. So anyway, the free throw is good. Here's Paul George, drives, kicks to Embiid, puts it up, knocks it down from the elbow. Another bucket for Joel Embiid. And then Kuzma's knocked down at half court. It's going to be a foul on Paul George. Lou World says they're going to trade Drum to get under the luxury tax. Josh Harris only cares about the Commanders. Ryan Rollins at the wing, dribbling, driving past Edwards, goes up, tried to sell a foul, didn't get it. McCain up to Maxey. Maxey full length of the court, lays it up and knocks it through. So Maxey, the runner, gets it to fall. Sixers lead by 5. McCain guarding Kuzma. He turns, spins, kicks it back to Turner. Ryan Rollins going to take a screen from Turner. Now finds him on the cut. Edwards steps in front and takes the foul. Once again, Joel out of position on the pick and roll. Cool J says, here's a question. We know the Sixers have a bench problem. What player do you think will fit the role? Well, I talked about a few on my last video, or 2 videos ago, but I think Colin Sexton would be a good fit. I think Benedict Mathurin would be a good fit. I think a couple guys like that, maybe. First one good for Miles Turner. Second one is good as well by Turner. 2 at the line. Sixers lead by 3. So it is Gary Trent in the game for the first time. Paul George had his pass poked away. Forgot about Gary Trent. I mean, he used to be a starter on this Bucks team, and it's kind of just faded away. Definitely a guy I wanted on the Sixers at one point. Former Nick Nurse guy. Here's the inbound to Edwards, going to find Paul George. Paul George guarded by Kuzma, finds Embiid under the basket, puts it up, gets blocked, gets it back, puts it up, missed it again, missed the third time, and then this time he puts it in. So Joel Embiid just had about 3 or 4 shot attempts there, and it results in a bucket. Kuzma down the lane. He drives, takes Embiid, and lays it in. Come on, man. No paint defense at all. Jared McCain pops a 3. Cha-ching! Good to see Jared McCain knocking one down. Maybe the young fella just needed a little confidence. Rollins again down the lane. Nobody there to defend. A foul and 1. Bro, are the Sixers going to play defense, man? I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. This is, like, the offense looks amazing, but the defense, once again, nowhere to be found. That's why you got to take stats with a grain of salt. Ryan Rollins going to knock down the free throw. It's a 3-point play. Here's Trendon Watford for the first time. For some reason, Nick Nurse has found a fascination for Trendon Watford over Jabari Walker. McCain to the rim, lays it in again. Is Jared McCain back, man? Is he back? Hold up now. Hold up now. Rollins behind the back. Kuzma steps back for 2. Left it short. Here come the 76ers. Joel going to cross over. Drive down the lane. Lays it up. Missed it. And Joel falls to the floor. Bucks have it 5-on-3. The drive from Kuzma and the lay. It's 30-27. Joel down the other end, cherry picking, and he's fouled. Rollins got all the way back down the floor. So it is 30-27. Could Jared McCain be back? So now the Milwaukee Bucks, led by Doc Rivers, who looks like he'd rather be on a golf course right now, is going to challenge this play in the first quarter. Doc is trolling, man. He is. And there's Dave Yeager, by the way. Shout out Dave Yeager. All right, guys, 380 people in the chat. We need to get this to 300 likes. We're almost to 200. Hit that thumbs up. Go down below. X out the chat. And, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to the mods and our members. We do it every single game. Sixers Game Day live show presented by National University. Speaking of which, we will be back. Give me 30 seconds. Hear a word from our partners.
Meet my dad. National University supports all his ends with flexible online courses. He can be a student and catch bad guys on the internet and teach me how to hit a curveball. And serve his country. He's an ender. National University, supporting all your ands.
Sixers lead it by 3, 30-27. The offense looks seamless. Joel's got 10, 6, and 3 in the first 9 minutes. Joel offensively right now looks like he's about to go for 40. Now on the flip side, we did see this, what was it, 2 games ago? Not the Hornets game. It was against the Knicks. He had 28 in the first half. And then in the second half, he was completely shut down and stabilized. And Yeah, the Sixers are not playing any defense, though. So as good as Joel has been offensively, he has been very, very bad defensively. And the Sixers need to wake up. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. Let me get my link tree going in here. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally got the link tree back and going. All of our social links are now in one link tree, so you can follow all of our socials through one spot. Makes it much easier. Going to drop that in the chat. Guys, give me some more thoughts on the trade deadline. What do you think is going to happen at the trade deadline? All I know is that if the Sixers start to shed salary, and we saw last game yesterday again, just how bad Adem Bona has looked. If the Sixers decide to just trade Drummond for no apparent reason, then I will know that that is a Josh Harris call down to the front office, and they don't care. Call gets overturned, so Doc Rivers wins his challenge. Joel, drop step on Turner, makes him look silly, and then lays it in reverse style. In for the Milwaukee Bucks now is Cole Anthony, number 50. No headband Cole Anthony. He was traded, I believe, to Memphis. Then he became a free agent. Then he signed with the Milwaukee Bucks, or bought out. And then we have a foul here on somebody on the Bucks. In for the Bucks as well is Gary Harris. Yo, the Bucks are just pulling guys out of thin air that I forgot were even on this team. I forgot about Gary Harris as well. He was another guy I wanted at one time. Definitely made a trade video about him before. Joel flails up, and he is fouled. So once again, Joel just getting his way, getting to the free throw line. So it is the 76ers offensively right here just cooking, man. Absolutely cooking. Joel's got 12 and 7 here in the first quarter. 7 boards from Joel in the first quarter. First one is going to be good for Joel at the line. Trivia coming up at the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Tight trivia race. Got an exciting one coming up. And Joel going to knock down a pair. So he now has 14 here in the first quarter. Here is Miles Turner at the top. He's going to turn kick it to Anthony. Stolen away by Watford. We have a foul on the floor. Oubre and McCain are in. Mr. Scum says, if I was Daryl Morey, I would keep my eye on Jonathan Kuminga. I don't think they could trade for him salary-wise, to be honest, unless they move one of their bigger contracts. I'd have to double-check on that. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a very frantic trade deadline this year just based on contracts and, you know, how teams are trying to build now and the moves they want to make. I don't think teams want to give up a lot of draft capital either. So it might be like free agency last year where we did not see a lot of action. Cole Anthony going to knock down a pair at the line. 5-point game, 34-29. Here's Trendon Watford. Bucks now 8 of 8 at the stripe. 2:08 to go here in the first. Watford driving downhill, dumps back to Joel. Joel swings to McCain. McCain inside the paint, back to Joel. Joel behind the back. What a move. Turns, puts up the shot. Got it to go. Just an unbelievable offensive performance from Joel. Looking like he's in MVP form. 16 points for now in the first quarter. Bobby Portis back to Harris, it's stolen away. Edwards takes it the length and throws it down with the one-hand tomahawk. So the Sixers now have 38 points in the first quarter. Portis turns, kicks. Here's Trent for three, and he's going to answer right back. So it is now 38-32. 38-32. Joel Embiid now working one-on-one. Joel drives off balance, floats it up, and he is fouled yet again. Looking very reminiscent of that New York Knicks game on Saturday. In for the Bucks, first time speaking of the Knicks, former Knick Jericho Sims. As we said in the pregame show, where's that guy in the pregame show who said, oh, your prediction's way off. Joel's not getting 35. Where you at, bro? Show your face in the chat. Because right now, Joel's already closing in on 20. Where's he at, man? Where's he at? So Joel Embiid now up to 18 points after the free throws. Season high in any quarter. Cole Anthony answers right back on the other end, though. The Sixers are giving it all up on the flip side. They've come out and made a statement offensively. They're not playing like yesterday, that's for sure. But because they only had 70 points in the third quarter yesterday. But here's Joel again. Can he do it again? Can Joel? Oh, step back three. Ooh, in and out. Man, that would have been nice. 35 seconds to go. There's Cole Anthony, guarded by Justin Edwards. Coming around a screen, finds a cutting Portis. Portis, guarded by Justin Edwards. And now it's going to be poked away. Edwards takes it up the floor. Finds Trendon Watford. Here's Trendon Watford. Jared McCain going to come to take the ball. Watford around the screen, doesn't know what to do with it. Now he's going to drive downhill against Portis. Goes all the way. Lays it up and in. Man, the Bucks are awful defensively. Trent, fadeaway three at the buzzer, just missed it. And the 76ers come out with a 42-point first quarter. Wow. 42-34, Joel Embiid with 18, 7, and 3 in the first quarter. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the first quarter. 415 people in the chat. Y'all know what to do, man. It is time for our Sixers Scholars Trivia question presented by National University. You know the drill, man. We're going to say the question first. We're going to drop it in the chat. Whoever gets the correct answer first and types it correctly first will get a point. Most points at the end of the season wins a big prize. We do it every single game. Only one guess permitted. Shout out to National University. Make sure you check out all their flexible online curriculums by clicking the link down below in the description. All right, man. Here is the question of the day presented by National University. Allen Iverson has the most steals in a season in Sixers franchise history without going over. How many steals did he record in that specific season? Without going over, how many steals did Allen Iverson record in a season in 76ers franchise history? What was the most? I know we're probably going to have some people that look it up. Maybe it'll prove to be a good decision, maybe not, because we're going to have a lot of guesses. How many steals did Allen Iverson have in a single season in which he set the Sixers franchise record? Also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let y'all know it is one of those nights. Cover your earbuds, man. No, your house is not on fire. No, the neighbors have not called the cops, even though they might after hearing that. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We got that full blast now. You know what that means, man. It is one of those nights. We have a double trivia question. We will drop a second trivia question later in the show. Stick around if you want a chance at getting a second point or a first point. But all right, let's go to the question in the chat. So the question was, how many steals did Allen Iverson record in a single season in which he set the Sixers franchise record? And the correct answer is 225. And Lou World got it correct in the live chat first. Lou World continues his run, his reign supreme. Lou World was already in the lead with 6. He has now bumped it up to 7, and he leads the rest of the crew by 2. Maybe it'll be 3 by the end of the night. Lou World, let's go, man. That is how you come in and dominate, man. That is how you do it, man. I like that. They're going to be hating on you in the chat, Lou. They're going to be hating on you, my guy. Because now you're starting to dominate. It's like you got 5 rings at this point. Now 6. You know what I mean? Doing your thing, man. Now 7. We got a turnover on the first play. Thank you all for playing Sixers Scholars Trivia presented by National University. We will be back later with a second question, so do not go anywhere. Like I said, we have occasional games throughout the year where we do bonus questions. But hey, couple games, you can be right back in it, man. Maybe one of these games we'll do like a 5-question night, and we'll just freaking go crazy and try to get some people points. Adem Bone is in for the first time. No sight of Andre Drummond. Sixers had a miss, and here are the Bucks. Harris to Jericho Sims, finds Portis. Portis chops from the wing, no good. Edwards with the rebound. Edwards playing some quality minutes. He's got 5 points and a board. Lou World did get that guess pretty quick, it looks like. Unless everybody else took too long to answer. I mean, he was like one of the first guesses. Maybe he's just good at trivia, man. Maybe he studies. Maybe he practices, man. 10 seconds ago here on the shot clock, Maxey, Oubre, Bona, VJ, and Edwards. Maxey down the hill against 2. Got it to go through traffic. Maxey puts the Sixers up by 10. Bobby Portis gets double teamed, kicks it out. Here's Gary Trent for 3. Wide open. Yo. I said this on the postgame live show yesterday, man. I don't know why the Sixers continue to double team the ball, bro. Stop doing that. You're leaving shooters wide open. They do it every single game. They never adjust. Edwards throws it away. Portis steals it. Driving all the way down the floor. Goes up. Missed the layup, but he was fouled by Kelly Oubre. Portis did not like that hit at the end of the play. Good foul by Kelly. Sixers got to stop doing that, man. 412 people in the chat. We need 5 more likes. Get us to 200, man. Get us to 200, man. Someone said they have 2 phones. Hey, they're hating on Lou, man. Hating on my guy. They said he's using ChatGPT. They said, look into him, FBI. Lou studies every question, or he has the question sheet. Definitely doesn't have the question sheet. Bobby Portis shooting 46.5% from 3. He's 4th in the NBA behind Jalen Tyson, Tari Eason, and Luke Kennard. How about that? How about that? And he's ahead of Cam Spencer. I mean, wow. Craziness in the NBA. Let's go, chat. Hit the like button, man. Hit that thumbs up, man. We should be at 500. We haven't had 500 in a while. We should get there. Second free throw miss. Bona gives a little elbow. Says, get out of my way. Here's the dribble drive, lays it up, and Oubre is going to put it through. 46-37. Here are the Milwaukee Bucks. Rollins into Portis. Turns, spins, floats it up. Got it to go. Maxey scoops it up. I don't know why the announcers started yelling, but 48-39. Here's the kick out. Rollins puts up a corner three. Can't get it to go. VJ has it. Here come the 76ers up the floor. VJ going to find Edwards wide open for three. He missed it. Anthony going to drive, lay it up, misses it. Bucks get it back. Cole Anthony wide open for three. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Lou Roth says, got to come clean. I'm RB's neighbor. I'd check off the question sheet before every game. That's hilarious, man. You're going to get major hate in the chat for that one. VJ drives, lays it up, missed it. In that case, we got to wake up Lou World, man. Drop a like on the show, man. Get us to 200. Here's a wide open three from Gary Trent and another one. Let's just leave him wide the heck open, man. Just leave him wide open. This is unbelievable, man. We're talking about Gary Trent. Guy that barely even plays, man. Oubre at the wing, working against Portis. Puts up a three. Left it short. Bucks have it. Up the floor. Portis one-on-one against Maxey. Drives, lays it, and missed it. Here come the 76ers. Edwards down the lane. He turns and spins. Finds Oubre wide open. Pump fake. Drive down the lane. Floats it up. Missed by everything. Bona gets it back. Puts it in. And one. Yes, one's in the chat. Sir. Drop the yes, sirs. Lou World, wake him up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them the heck up. We do it every 100 likes, man. 450 people in the chat. Get us to 300 likes right now. Don't slack in the chat. Hit that little X button, go down below, and hit that thumbs up. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. We got Don Boyle in the house. Ben in the chat. Busy B. Philly Shad, what's good? Karen, what's good? Daniel, what's good? Dominic Barlow in for the first time. I don't know why he didn't play until now. VJ for three, and he knocks it through. VJ Edgecombe gets it to go. 53-45. Bucks aren't safe, man. Nothing safe when you leave VJ Edgecombe wide open. Nothing safe out here, man. Lou World's apparently the neighbors. We ain't safe. Not at all, man. Not at all. Nobody is safe out here tonight. Got to defend everything, even the Sixers. Speaking of defend, man, it's a great segue into our partner that we got to let you know about, and that is Surfshark. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been scrolling online and you've been thinking to yourself, man, I want to protect my internet privacy, or I want to protect my internet safety? Too many hackers and trolls out there nowadays. Listen, I feel like that all the time. If so, you got to look into getting a VPN. Surfshark is the one for you. Shout out to the sponsor of today's show, Surfshark. They allow you to virtually travel the world, browse privately by encrypting your internet activity, blocking ads and malware that can get in your way, and much more. Maybe you game sometimes like I do. You're playing online. People are talking about hacking your PC. You don't have to worry about that, man. Surfshark offers you the best features to keep you safe with worldwide matchmaking, DDoS protection as close to no lag as it gets, with zero bandwidth limitations. And if you're looking to stream a sports game, not one like the Sixers yesterday, but maybe the one like we're seeing tonight where they can actually score the ball, but you get hit with a geo block, It's not eligible for you to watch. No worries. Surfshark's VPN can help you avoid that. And if you feel like you're searching the web a lot, you can't escape those annoying ads, the ones that are tailored to everything you're saying and thinking, like I feel all the time. Surfshark offers a clean web feature that blocks ads, trackers, and malware when you're connected to the VPN. You can surf web, ad, and tracker free and stay safe online. They also have an email scam checker designed to help protect you from phishing attacks and email scams. They use AI to analyze emails for signs of manipulation, suspicious content, and more. So if you are interested in boosting your defense of your online safety and privacy today, click our link down in the live chat. It's also pinned right now, or go down to the description of this stream and click the link. Use code RB at checkout. Get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Once again, use code RB. Get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. Thank you to Surfshark VPN for supporting the show. Sixers are being sharks right now offensively, but defensively, they got to wake up. They could put this game away early, man. They could put this game away right now if they start playing defense. Right now. Let's go, man. Check out the VPN, man. Never miss a Sixers game again. Good job, mods. Good job. Surfshark blocking scams like Bona. I love it. I love it, man. Here's the dribble, the drive, the pull-up mid-range, and that one is off. Barlow taps it to Bona. Here we go. Paul George back in the game. Sixers 17 second chance points thus far. Paul George finds a cutting Barlow, kicks it out to Maxey, now to VJ, now to PG. PG, the pump fake, the drive. Paul George downhill, goes up, misses it all together. Barlow, the rebound, fights for the bucket. That is what I want to see, man. That is what I want to see. Seven minutes to go here in the second quarter. The dribble, the drive. Rollins blocked like Bona. Shout out to Surfshark.
Yes,
Woo!
sir.
Get that out of here. Blocking scams like Bona. Perfect timing. Now, if Bona could actually complement his game with like a few other things, he'd be great, but let's see it more often. Bona against Turner now. Turner going to turn and spin. He finds Gary Trent. Sidestep. Trent off balance for 3. Can't get it to go. Tried to draw the foul. No can do. Sixers lead it by 10. 19 second chance points for the 76ers. Maxey going to find Paul George. PG drives. Kicks it back to Maxey. One bounce. Now to PG in the corner. Paul George for 3. Cha-ching! Gets it to go. Paul George, 9 points on the night, 3 threes. Will he actually not disappear in the second half? We have been letting Paul George off the hook for way too long. Paul George, honestly, has been taking no smoke. Just being honest, bro. Just being honest. We talk about Embiid, we talk about Maxey, but what about PG, man? Races all this to score 7 points in the third quarter. Well, we got to get as big of a cushion as we can. It would be very nice for the Sixers to give us a little bit of tension relieved tonight by winning this game by 15. Like I said, they should win it by double digits. If they don't, I'm going to be mad. But we'll see. Guys, 415 people in the live chat, 208 likes. Get us to 300. Let's go. Just a reminder, you can listen to all of our post-game shows on audio platforms. I was checking the audio stuff today. I need y'all to go leave a review on the Apple Podcast, man. That's how we grow. That's how we continue to evolve. I need y'all to come out here and show some love, man. Show some love, bro. Vic says, better not be a cardiac game considering Milwaukee's lineup depletion. That's a fact. RB, you're asking for too much. What, with the Sixers winning by 15? All right, yeah, get this guy out of here, man. We don't need that. We don't need that. He's got one final warning. If not, he's getting timed out for 24 hours. PG has been the weakest link of the big three thus far. Exactly. He really has been. And he doesn't take any, burden for it. Yeah, if he keeps doing that, man, I'm just going to time him out permanently. So, we'll see. Bucks are on the floor as they get back to the game here, and Kuzma throws it away. I don't know if Maxey touched that first. He might have touched it going out of bounds. PG going to step back, misses a three. Sixers have a 13-point lead. Here's Kuzma driving downhill, kicks out to the corner. AJ Green wide open, a triple, and that is money. Here's Maxey going to pop up a three. Maxey's going to answer on the other end. Maxey knocks down his first trifecta of the game. 13-point lead for the 76ers. I'll be honest, man. I really don't like him being... I don't like them being up like this. Turner knocks down a two, because every time they're up like this, they get very complacent. And then when the fourth quarter comes around, they just start lollygagging. Free ball from Maxey doesn't go. And looks like we got a foul on Bona. So now Joel's going to come back in. Let's go, man. 420 people in the chat. Get us to 400 likes right now. Here's Ryan Rollins coming around the screen. Rollins against Embiid. Under the rim, kicks out Green again in the corner for three. Missed it that time. So it is the Sixers starting five, but this time it's Barlow in for Oubre. Paul George going to find Tyrese Maxey. Maxey coming around a high screen. Embiid sets. Maxey steps back. He's wide open. Maxey for three. Missed it. Tell you what, man. Maxey could really use that all-star break, and they're going to have him playing in this round-robin crap. I wish Maxey would just take a week off. I think he needs it. Here's Kyle Kuzma going to step back against Paul George. Now a 3-ball in the corner. That one is in and out. Joel picks it up. Here are the 76ers. VJ going to bring it up the floor, guarded by AJ Green. Now Joel Embiid steps into a 3. That one a tad short. Sixers lead by 11. Here's the drive and the kick. Portis under the rim. Goes up. Missed it again. Bucks look defeated. Here come the Sixers. Maxey oops it up. Joel slams it down. There it is. There it is. And now Portis going to throw it down one-handed, and he kind of throws an exclamation point up. Now we got some energy going in this game. Old George puts up a mid-range shot, draws the foul on Kuzma. Wow. Let's go. Let's go, man. How about Joel Embiid actually getting off the ground for an alley-oop? Can we celebrate that? Can we get some fires going in the chat?
He's on fire!
Can we get some fires going in the chat for that one, man? Joel is smiling. He is laughing. Man, that is warming my heart to see. That is warming my heart to see. Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, alley-oop. Maxey's laughing. He's smiling. Good to see, man. Good to see. Paul George going to miss the second free throw. He goes 1 of 2 at the stripe. It is a 12-point lead for the Sixers. Kuzma, Turner a 3, cha-ching. Come on, man. George, what's going on, man? Shout out Dave Jones in the chat. Busy, what's good? Says this Maxey and Embiid merchant. Joel puts it up, got it again. Joel is absolutely cooking right now. He is absolutely cooking. 22 points for Joel and counting. Here's the floater from Rollins, gets it to fall. Let's go, guys. Like the show for the Joel Embiid alley-oop. Like the show for Joel Embiid, man. When's the last time Joel was able to do this stuff? It's amazing. McCain back to Embiid. Maxey pulls a deep 3, and it goes. Where's all you little Maxey haters at now? Where they at now? Here's Miles Turner. Turner into the lane. Stolen by Paul George. Sixers have 69 and counting. 2:10 to play in the first half. Maxey guarded by Rollins. Here's PG. PG going to spin and drive and turn and fade and can't get it. Barlow couldn't tap it in. See, this is my problem with the little Maxey weirdo hate crew. They don't give him any credit when he plays well. Rollins puts it up and in. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. We got to score here, man, and play defense. We got to play some freaking defense, man. We should put this game away. Maxey for three. Short this time. Barlow tracks it down. Joel wide open for three. Cha-ching! Woo! Rollins the step back. He answers again. Play some defense. I've never been so happy and mad at the same time, bro. I've never been so happy and mad at the same time, bro. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, we got two things to do here at the next stoppage. Joel Embiid working against Miles Turner. Embiid sizing him up. Embiid going to drive, pull up, mid-range, can't get it. Actually, we'll probably save one of them for the third quarter. But ladies and gentlemen, drop the word Johnny in the chat. We got to do our personal daily thanks of Dr. Jonathan Glashow for the miracles that he has performed on Joel Embiid. Portis misses the shot. God bless Jonathan Glashow, the best doctor in the world, who somehow has Joel Embiid looking like he is peak MVP Joel again. Thank you to Dr. Jonathan Glashow. Joel kicks out to McCain. McCain, spot up three. Too much on it. Shout out Dr. Johnny, man. Shout out Dr. Johnny. Johnny. Here's the crossover drive, step back. Turner, no good at the buzzer. So it is 71-62 at halftime. It is 71-62. It is a 9-point lead. My main thoughts of this first half are I am very impressed offensively. Looks very good cohesively. But I am not happy with the way they're playing defense. Trying to be as fair as I can here. A lot of highlight plays in the first half. A lot of big-time shots. Embiid's playing tremendously offensively. Maxey is playing well offensively. Give him some love as well. PG's playing pretty well offensively. All of the bench has contributed a little bit. Defensively, though, there's no reason Miles Turner should have 17. Ryan Rollins has 16. So we're going to talk about it all, man. But, ladies and gentlemen, give me one word. One word in the chat to describe that game in the first half. I'm going to follow up with the word I just gave a minute ago. Miracle. No, I'm not talking about the game. No, I'm not talking about the Sixers or the Bucks. I'm talking about Joel Embiid. This is an absolute miracle. The fact that this man just called an alley-oop and threw it down. I mean, again, shout out Dr. Johnny. One word, Johnny. This guy is a saint. Dr. Jonathan Glashow has somehow reincarnated Joel Embiid, the Joel we all love and know, who did not look good at all to begin this season. And whatever Jonathan Glashow did to Joel Embiid has worked miracles on this man. So, yeah, shout out Dr. Johnny, man. One word, miracle. I don't want to get too high or too low. My honest thoughts are that I don't feel good about having a 9-point lead. Sixers have pretty much controlled this game so far. I feel like the Bucks are staying in it, though, which is a little dangerous. Every time the Sixers feel like they can pull away by 20, the Bucks hit two big threes, whether it's Gary Trent, Ryan Rollins, AJ Green. Still seeing the same deficiencies on the Sixers end defensively. They keep leaving the shooter wide open. Don't know why they're still doing it. They keep pressuring the ball handler, leaving a guy wide open. So we'll see what happens. Third quarter is usually very scary. So they got to survive the third. But give me one word in the chat to describe this game. Where's my vocab wizards at? Shout out to all 450 in the chat. Do me a favor, get us to 400 likes. Y'all are crushing it tonight. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Awesome, crazy, captivating, gritty, tantalizing. Great word from Busy B. Dom says Johnny, potential from Dewan, offensive, reinvigorating. Estelle says expectation, rehabilitation. I love it. Amari says cardiac. Philly says healthy. Lonell says defenseless. A lot of good words in the chat as we sit here at halftime. So we will continue to give some more words here, and we'll continue to talk about this game on the other side. Give me some more words in the chat. We'll shout some of them out. Shout out to everybody being in here. Before we do that, got to go give a shout out to our great partners of the show over at Sleeper. You know what we do. Make the picks. Download the Sleeper app. Sign up, use the code PhillyTake, get a 100% deposit match up to $100. So we made the picks before the game. I did not pick Joel Embiid, stupidly enough by me. I picked Kelly Oubre with 12.5. He currently has 3. Not looking too good. Maxey 26.5. I picked on the over. He is at 12, so maybe on his way there. VJ Edgecombe, I picked 5.5 boards. He is currently at 4. And I picked AJ Green to have over 10.5 in a reverse jinx style. And he currently has 1 3-pointer for 3 points. So that's where we sit. We're kind of feeling, kind of in the middle right now. See what happens with this game. Should be interesting. If you want to make your picks live for the second half, download the Sleeper app. One of the best fantasy apps I've ever used. And make the picks on Sleeper. Use our code PhillyTake. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100 over on Sleeper. We will check back in the postgame. Also, ladies and gentlemen, before we go on, I want to once again reiterate that we finally have put together a link tree, which is pretty much a place where you can follow all of our socials in one spot. It is very easy to navigate. So I'm going to drop that in the chat. I need everybody to go there right now. Go on all your socials and give us a follow. Follow us everywhere. It's easy. You got all the links in one spot now. No excuse. Thank you for being in the chat. And let's talk about this game a little bit. Let's see. We got improving redemption. Good word from John Monroe. Champion, max edge. I like that. Dom says I give 3 words every time. Nah, I like it, man. The more, the merrier. The more, the merrier, man. I love it. I love it. So if we look at the team stats in this game, let's take a look at the Sixers, obviously shooting a lot better. It's crazy. The Bucks are actually shooting 47% from 3. So they're actually shooting better than the Sixers are. Both teams 51% from the field. Not a lot of defense in this game whatsoever. Sixers are at 43%. Now, a Bucks team without Giannis should not have 62 in the first half. I still do not like the way that the Sixers are approaching this game defensively in terms of their mindset. Also, the Sixers are 73% from the line. They've only missed 1 more than the Bucks. Got to hit your free throws. The 76ers are actually out-rebounding the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's really good. That's really good. Something we've obviously wanted to see. Sorry, hold on 1 second here. All right, there we go. There we go. But yeah, Sixers are actually out rebounding. They got cooked yesterday. They got cooked the game before. I'm a little surprised that they didn't bring Barlow in till midway in the second quarter. Very interesting. But outside of that, man, it's been pretty self-explanatory. The biggest difference this game is the second chance points. I believe it's 19-3 right now, or 19-5. Don't have an exact number on that. But the Sixers are doing their thing, and it's been led by the MVP performance once again of Joel Embiid. Let's go. Joel Embiid, 24, 8 and 4 at halftime. He did have 7 boards in the first quarter. He only had 1 in the second. But once again, Joel looks to be in form, getting to the free throw line, being strong against Miles Turner. Now on the other end, he gave up about 6 wide open layups in the first quarter against Turner. So you could argue that on the flip side, he's also not contributing defensively. But I think his offensive presence is just taking over this team right now. And I love to see it. Unlike a lot of the people in the chat who, for some reason, again, love Joel so much that they don't want to see Maxey win and be the guy, which is very strange. You got to give Maxey credit when he's playing well. I think he's doing just fine right now. I want to see the team win. That's the difference with me. I want to see the team win. I don't care who it is. I want them to do whatever's best for the team at that moment. And real Sixer fans should feel the same, no matter who it is. So Joel and Maxey with a combined 36 at halftime. Paul George with 10. I'd still like to see VJ, getting some more shots. I feel like he's not really involved. Jared McCain, I thought, was another bright spot of the first half. 5 points in 12 minutes. Looking a lot more confident with that jump shot. So I'm very happy to see Jared McCain starting to get back, in his groove as well. And obviously the highlight play was the Maxey to Embiid alley-oop, which was very nice and heartwarming to see. So, nonetheless, that's where we're at. That's how I feel at halftime. I think the Sixers have to survive the third quarter, and I'll be honest, if they don't play defense, they're going to get cooked. I don't know how long Joel can carry this on tonight. Hopefully he can keep it going, but just like in that Knicks game when he had 28 at halftime, other team made adjustments. Now, do I think Doc Rivers is going to make adjustments? Who knows? But we'll see. Milwaukee Bucks bench 9 points out of Gary Trent, 7 out of Cole Anthony. Got to put a body on him. $5 super chat from Hamburger Helpster says, how is PG so strong and physical on defense, but on offense he's soft? We are basically paying max money for a 20 for a 2008-2012 Iggy with injuries. Hamburger, and great name. Haven't seen you in here in a long time. Welcome in. I think you're exactly right, man. I think you're right in that Paul George has gone under the radar for too long and not received enough criticism. We've kind of all just forgot about him. And, we have this whole Maxey and Embiid conversation, but what about Paul George? If Paul George can go back to what he did earlier in the season, right, giving you like 18 a game, what Tobias should have always done, then this would be so much easier. So I'm in agreement with you. I think Paul George needs to go on a couple runs here late, make it easier for Maxey and Joel Embiid, and he needs to show a lot of that defensive intensity on the offensive side. Hey, let me know if you agree. Let me know if you guys agree or not. I feel like PG and VJ, and I'm not trying to take blame away from them and put it on the coach, but I feel like they don't get any. There's never a consistent run of touches for those guys. Is it just me? Or do you feel the same way? Do y'all feel the same way? Like, I feel like we see Joel Embiid get, the ball 8 times in a row. We see Maxey shoot it 4 times in a row. When do we see PG and VJ get a run going? Like, when do we see them really get to shoot the ball? Or, they set a screen up top for VJ to roll downhill or whatever. I feel like we don't see that. Now, again, I think you can argue that those players should get it going themselves, but the coach also has to get them involved in the game plan. That's my thought. What do you guys think, man? I want to hear from you in the chat. We got so many people in here, man. I want to hear from y'all. I want to get your thoughts. That's the best part about this show. Not only that you get to listen to the game call and watch the game, but you get to interact. You can't do this watching on TV. You can't do this listening on the radio. That's one of the best parts about this live show component. So get active in the first, in the chat about this first half, and then we will continue that, and we'll keep it going. $5 super chat from Alan. Alan, what's good? Channel member. He says, super chat, VJ in the Rising Stars. Shout out to VJ making the Rising Stars game. Happy for VJ. Happy for him. All right, man. We will take a quick halftime break. We will be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up. We'll see if the Sixers can keep it going. Sixers Game Day Live, presented by National University. Be right back. And perfect timing as we just started the second half. Foul on the first play by Joel Embiid. It'll be Miles Turner going to the line for two. Welcome into the Sixers Game Day Live show presented by National University. Thank you all for being here. I am your host, RB. Appreciate y'all so much. Estelle says that weird, freaky halftime music. Yo, why do you guys complain about everything, bro? I'm not even just talking about you, Estelle, but everything, man. Like, you would think, man. You would think people wouldn't get annoyed at such little things, bro. It's more to life, man. More to life. Speaking of more to life, Miles Turner has more life here in the third quarter already. He's up to 19 points. Here's Maxey for three. That's off the mark. And here we go. Here we go, man. Don't do this to us again. Don't do this to us again, man. Please. Please. Kuzma downhill against Paul George. Missed it. Turner puts it up again. 21. 5-point game. So it goes from 9 to 5. We are 40 seconds into the quarter. VJ going to find Joel. Joel from the elbow, missed it again. Here we go. Ryan Rollins driving downhill, kicks out to the corner. Up to Kuzma, pump fake, drive. Kuzma all the way. Lays it and missed it. Here comes Tyrese Maxey. Maxey dribbling down the other way. Maxey to Paul George. Paul George coming around a Joel screen. Here's Paul George. Paul George working against Portis. Puts up the shot and hits. Let's go. Thank you, Paul George. Thank you. Here's Ryan Rollins now. Rollins going to find Kuzma, and Oubre smacks him in the face. Going to be a foul on Kelly Oubre. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get your thoughts in the chat. Or actually, you know what? Let's do the segment we didn't do in the second quarter. As Portis lays one and in. It's so easy. 5-point game. Where's everybody tapping in from tonight, watching or listening to this show, man? Let's get a roll call going in here. Drop your cities, your states, your towns, countries. Where's everybody tapping in from tonight? Let's drop the spot like it's hot. Paul George mid-range knocks it down contested, thankfully. Paul George's second bucket of the third. He needed that one. It's up to 14 on the evening. Here's Kuzma, drives into the paint, kicks out to Turner. Turner, the pump fake, finds Kuzma. Kuzma steps out for three. Come on, man. Oh, my gosh, man. There's just no way, bro. There's no way. Paul George, a three. Hits it on the other end.
He's on fire.
Let's go, PG. Let's go, PG. Rollins downhill wide open. Lays against VJ. Blocked at the rim. Gets his own rebound. Turner against Embiid, and it's plucked away. Embiid up to Maxey. Maxey to VJ. Drives all the way, and he missed the layup. Kicks out to AJ Green. Green working against Kuzma. Kuzma against Oubre. There's Turner down in the paint. Rollins in the corner for three, and he knocks it through. So it is a 4-point game. Gonna lose it, bro. Paul George wide open three. Let's go, man.
He's on fire.
Let's go, PG. Talk to me then. Talk to me then, PG. 10 points in the first 4 minutes here. Kuzma fouled to the bucket. Or no, they didn't call the foul, but it's a wide open layup. So it is a 5-point game. Even though Paul George is on an absolute heater, the Sixers are not playing defense. 3-ball again, Paul George. No good this time. He tried to heat check. Here come the Milwaukee Bucks. Kuzma drives, floats, missed it. Portis the rebound. Joel doesn't even think about it. Not rebounded, not playing defense. Here's Portis against Oubre. Portis fights through two, floats it up, and it's a 3-point game, and he is fouled. And one. It's like clockwork at this point, man. Every game. All right, let's see where everybody is tapping in from. We got Mount Laurel in the chat, Upper Darby, PA. Palisades Park, NJ, South Jersey, Colorado Springs, Lancaster in the house, North Philly, Center City, Boston, Massachusetts, Southwest Philly. Give some more shout-outs in a second. Maxey finds Embiid, cutting to the rim, goes up, and he's blocked. Bucks have a chance to tie or take the lead. Green to Rollins. Rollins the drive downhill, blocked by Oubre. Good handle on the ball. Here's Maxey up the other way, and Maxey lost it right back. I'm trying not to lose it right now as Kuzma Lost it. It's out on VJ. Dude, the Sixers are getting on my freaking nerves, bro. South Carolina in the chat. Seattle in the building. 215 to the 206. Langhorne, PA in the building. Who else we got up in here, man? Hunting Park in the chat. What's up, JB? PG loves nationally televised games. Chicago in the building. Well, I'll tell you who's not in here. Philly. Sixers. Thank you all for dropping the spot, man. The 76ers are going to make me lose my mind, bro. They are going to make me lose my mind, bro. It is currently a 17-10 run. Paul George has all 10 for the Sixers. It is clockwork at this point. Bucks are 27th in the NBA in scoring. They don't have Giannis, which, by the way, accounts for probably all the freaking points. So they're probably 32nd. And we can't stop these boys, bro. We don't play defense. I guess it's going to take me talking smack on the whole team. At halftime, I was talking about Paul George. I said, can he please not disappear in the second half for once? And Paul George is the only guy that comes out and scores in the third quarter right now. The Bucks are literally fourth to last in offense. And they have Giannis on their team, who has accounted for probably 80% of the offense. So without Giannis, they are probably the 30th ranked team in offense. And we can't stop them. It has nothing to do with talent. Nothing. Every game, the Sixers come out in the third quarter and they don't care. It's like they go back during halftime, they sit on a couch, they kick their feet up, they scroll on Twitter, or they tap into the live show, and they're like, oh, the chat's happy. The chat's happy. Yeah, I'll take a double cheeseburger and a big fries and a large shake, please. And then they come out and they don't give a crap for the third quarter. And then they notice, oh, damn, we got to actually play in the second half to win the ball game. I'm getting tired of it happening every game in the third quarter. Happens every single game. Every game. Third quarter scoring. Sixers are dead last. 26 points per game in the third quarter. And you know what? As good as Joel is playing offensively tonight, he is doing absolutely nothing but hurting the team defensively. So as much as we want to rah-rah Joel and his offensive performance, he's playing like crap on defense. The Bucks are getting anything they want in the paint. But it's the whole team in the third quarter, man. Whole team. Every time. I do not want another cardiac game in here, man. Here's the inbound to Kuzma, and he is fouled. Guys, hit the like button. Get us to 300. 440 people in here. Thank you for being here. Get on my nerves, man. I'm very frustrated. Turner pops a three, left it short. Rebounded by the 76ers. Here they come. Maxey to Joel. Joel back to Maxey. Bucks are starting to double the ball. Doc Rivers making an adjustment. Joel drives, lost the ball. No foul. Here come the Bucks. 3-on-3. Kuzma all the way down the hill, goes up, and he's fouled by VJ. VJ can't believe the call. Thought it was all ball. But now the Bucks will have a chance to tie it at the line. From now on, I'm going into the third quarter, and I'm going to start incorporating it into the halftime analysis. The Sixers will get outscored by 15 in the third quarter, which is why in the second quarter, I said they have to build a cushion right now because they were up 10, and I said I don't feel comfortable. I said that at halftime. I don't feel comfortable in the third quarter of games. This Bucks team has literally quit on Doc Rivers. They have quit on Doc Rivers. And if they don't win this game, if the Sixers don't win this game by double digits, they're all getting ripped in the postgame. Don't give me a 2-point win. I don't want a 2-point win. If they're not going to win by 10, somebody's got to wake up. DJ going to find Oubre in the dunker spot. Bangs someone out of the way. Lays it up and in. Nice bucket by Kelly Oubre. Here come the Milwaukee Bucks. Kuzma down the lane. Lost it. And another foul. This time it's on Paul George. Nurse didn't like it. Looks like he's going to challenge it. So they're not going to challenge it. Kuzma will have 2 at the line. First one is good. PG, third foul. At this point, there is no way that the coach of this team can allow this to continue to happen. It's happened all year long, bro. All year. Second free throw is missed. 1 of 2 at the line for Kyle Kuzma. 83-82. VJ going to find Paul George now. Maxey up top. Bucks are in a zone. Can the Sixers break a zone? Maxey to the corner. VJ. No look pass down low, and Oubre slams it down with 2 hands. Nice pass by VJ Edgecombe. Here are the Milwaukee Bucks. Rollins driving against VJ into a cutting green, and nobody there to defend. 85-84. VJ going to find Maxey. Maxey to Embiid. Bucks are still in a zone. Joel looking and scanning. Maxey, Paul George, VJ in the corner. Pops up a 3 and hits. Sixers lead by 4. Kelly going to steal it away from Kuzma. Kuzma wanted the foul, didn't get it. Oubre, Maxey. Holds the ball now. Maxey. Nice little hezzy. Drives to the rim, lays it up and in. 6-point lead for the Sixers. And what do you know? Doc Rivers is going to call a timeout. Wow. First time I've ever seen Doc Rivers call a timeout to try to stop a run. So, 76ers now up by 6. How do we feel about this team right now? How do we feel? How do we feel, man? I'm not going to get excited until they go up by 20. I'm really not, because we're still seeing a ridiculous display here in the third quarter. It's 22-19 now, but shouldn't be this hard, man. I know it's a game of runs, but until they win this game by double digits, I'm not going to be over the moon about it. Joel has done absolutely nothing in the third. Maxey's done nothing in the third. It's been all Paul George pretty much. And a VJ Edgecombe 3. Imagine if Paul George didn't score that 10-point run by himself. Funny, man. I literally said in the pregame show, I said, I do not have the best feeling about this game. Like, I'd still pick the Sixers to win, by double digits because I think they need to. What did I say the score would be? I picked this game 117. I think I said 118 to 107. 11-point win. If they pull off in the fourth quarter and they win by 15, I'll be happy. If they end up squeaking this out in the last second on like a 2-point win, no, I'm not going to be happy about that. Time to start holding this team accountable. We're getting to the point in the season now where we got to see it consistently. They're playing an absolutely terrible team right now. Sixers are a good team talent-wise. Bucks are not. Bucks are terrible, bro. I don't know if we have any Bucks fans in the chat. I mean, we got Doc Rivers out here making freaking adjustments, bro. Going to his own defense. We got Doc Rivers out here calling a timeout when the Sixers go on a 6-0 run. Billy Shad says Maxey needs a couple days off for rest. I think at this point he really does. Almost kind of sucks that he has to play in the All-Star game. All right, here we go. 4:50 to go in the third. It is Rollins, Gary Harris back in. Here's Gary Trent for three. That one's off the mark. AJ Green and Bobby Portis. I'm sorry, Miles Turner's at the 5, not Bobby Portis. Here's Maxey to Embiid, back to Maxey. Maxey pulls a deep triple, in and out. Back in for the 76ers is Justin Edwards. Kuzma drives and kicks to the corner. Here's Trent. Trent to Turner. Turner over to Kuzma. Rollins in the corner. Rollins jabbing. Steps back. 3-ball Rollins no good. Joel doesn't go for the rebound. VJ's fighting for it. And the Bucks get it back. Joel, what are you doing, bro? Joel's not even going for rebounds. Rollins at the rim goes up. Embiid tries to contest and could barely get off the ground. So it is a 4-point game. EJ going to find Joel. Joel working against Harris, puts it up in traffic and hits. Sixers back up by 6. 92 to 86. Kuzma going to find Turner, blows by Embiid, nobody there, and an easy dunk. Here's Maxey coming around a screen, drives, floats it up, and knocks it through. Turner again, and there we go. Yeah, we're just going to let Turner drop 40 tonight. Turner is averaging 12 points a game. 12 points a game. He's got 26, 9 in the quarter. Listen, Joe, if your knee hurts, bro, if you're not conditioned right now, just sit down, man. You're playing great offensively, but we don't need the defensive lapses every possession. Maxey to Joel. Joel going to pop a 3, missed it. I don't like the way Joel's playing right now. And I'll say that to all those Joel fanboys in the chat, man. I want to see the team win. I want to see the team win no matter what it takes. This is exactly what happened in the Knicks game. Joel had 28 in the first half, came out in the second half, didn't look that good. Tonight, 24 in the first half, comes out here in the second half and just not moving around at all defensively. Here's Edwards, kicks it back to Maxey. Maxey, they got to get him going too, man. We need somebody to score the ball other than PG. Maxey floats it up and he's fouled. This is one of those games where it's like, it's going to be hard to really put your finger on it, you know, because while there's been high moments tonight, overall, like this is a pathetic effort defensively. We're talking about a team coached by Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is yelling at the ref. Ref's just taking it. Bro, give this man a tech, man. Maxey going to miss the free throw. Come on, Maxey. You got to make that, bro. You got to make that, man. We're just doing the little things terribly right now. We're doing the little things terribly. Now we got a lane violation, so I guess it's not going to count. $535 people in the live show. Welcome in. Sixers Game Day Live. We do it every game. Pre-game, live game, post-game. Like and subscribe. Help us grow. Shout out to everybody in here, listening in, watching. We're still waiting here. Bro, what is going on? Yeah, Harris walked into the lane 4 seconds early, so it's not going to count. Maxey now is going to hit the first one. So a second chance there for Maxey, and he capitalizes. Now we got another free throw coming up. Here comes Paul George back in the game, who went on a 10-0 run by himself. Now the ref is arguing back with Doc Rivers. Bro, who is this ref? If that was Nick Nurse, bro, he would have been teed up 10 minutes ago. This ref is getting, you know what, by Doc Rivers. Get out of here, man. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Oh my gosh, yo. Cole Anthony steps over, no-look dish to the corner, wide open three. Missed it that time. Bro, how many times do I say it a game? The Sixers leave a wide open shooter in the corner. Every time. PG for three. Cha-ching. Thank you, Paul George. I've been talking smack on Paul George tonight, but you know what? He is single-handedly saving his game right now. And there's another wide open layup. Sixers don't care to play defense, so. Paul George again. Holy crap, bro. Holy crap. What does he have, 16 in the quarter? Holy crap. Three ball from Gary Trent, no good. Let's go, PG. Give it to PG. Run it through PG. McCain drives, kicks, Edwards. Paul George for three. Oh, just short. Whew. Dude, drop the Paul George emojis in the chat. I just got to start talking crap on every guy I want to see win, man. Holy crap, Paul George. Literally at halftime, bro. At halftime, I said Paul George needs to be more assertive, and holy crap, bro. 16 in the third, man. This is what we need from you, bro. Guys, 560 people in here. We don't even have 300 likes. Let's go. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel for PG.
He's on fire!
PG, baby. Let's go, man. Thank you, Paul George. First one missed by Cole Anthony. It is a 9-point lead for the 76ers. We got links flowing through the chat. We got our link tree set up. You can now support all of our socials through the one link. Click it, check it out. We also have another trivia question coming up very soon. Got to stay tapped in. Maxey going to roll it into Bona after the second free throw. Here's Maxey driving downhill, floats it up. Got it. Let's go, man. We need that. We need that. We need that big time. Here's Cole Anthony going to drive. Downhill goes up. Swatted by Bona. Just like Surfshark. Blocking scams like Bona. Second monster block of the night by Adem Bona. Bucks have it with 6 on the shot clock. Here's the inbound to Gary Trent, he's going to drive and step back. Another block by Bona, but they call a foul. They call a foul on the forearm. Bona can't believe it. 3 coming up at the line for Gary Trent. Let's go, y'all. Hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that thumbs up. Get us to 300 likes right now. Y'all are slacking, man. Let's go. We do it every game. We're giving you this coverage for free. Grinding it out. Trent gonna knock down the second. I'm not even going to talk about the refs, man. These refs are pretty funny, though. They are. Free throw missed. Paul George, Maxey. Maxey up the floor, drives all the way, lays it up and in. Maxey goes the full length of the court. Full court heave for Milwaukee, and it does not go. It does not go. Give us what? You're sitting here talking, most of us looking at the game. Well, hit the damn like button. You're in the chat, right? Support the grind. Let's go. Let's go. Don't be lazy, bro. Support the show. Let's get it. Sixer Game Day Live presented by National University. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to run it back. Sixer Scholars Trivia Part 2, presented by National University. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal. We already told you the rules, man. Only one guess permitted. Here is the question. I'm going to say it first, and then I will type it in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our second question on the trivia day. Who are the 3 NBA players to most recently win back-to-back MVP awards? Who are the 3 NBA players to most recently win back-to-back MVP awards? Only one guess permitted. While you guys guess that, got to tell you about National University, man. If you are looking to go back to school, get that next job promotion level up, NU is perfect for you. They offer quick 4 and 8 week online classes, helping you balance work life and school. They're one of the largest private, nonprofit accredited universities in the U.S. with 50,000 plus students, 150 degree programs, and a 50-year history of innovative learning and support models for working and non-traditional students. Check out all their scholarship offerings, including their newest scholarship offering that you can apply for until the end of March, called the Year of You Scholarship. It grants students up to $6,000 annually towards your bachelor's or master's degree. Click the link down in the chat or the description. Check out their flexible online programs over at National University, where you can juggle school with everything life has to offer. All right, let's go to the chat. Let's see if anybody got it. Whoa, I see a lot of guesses. A lot of guesses. All right, let's see. Did anybody get it? Daniel San is first. He is wrong. Lou World is wrong. Lou World. So Lou will not get a point. Cool J only put 2 guesses. Let's see. Philly Meme says Curry, Steph, and Giannis. That's 2 of the same person. Shazy, wrong. Close. Busy B, wrong. Philly Shad, wrong. Did anybody get it? Did anybody get it? And somebody got it. It is William Irvine, channel member. A lot of good guesses in the chat, but the correct answer was Steph Curry back in 2015-16. Giannis in 2019 and 20, and Nikola Jokic in 21 and 22. William Irvine in the chat. Those are the three most recent. There have been 13 people to do it in NBA history. And speaking of do it, Jared McCain starts off the fourth with a bang. Jared with the trifecta. Thank you all for playing Sixers, Scholars, Trivia. Kuzma downhill goes up and lays it in. Sixers got to play defense. They can close this out, man. Come on. William Irvine. Let me make sure he was the first one. I believe he was. Yeah, a lot of good guesses, man. Bona lays it up twice, missed both of them. Here's Rollins going to find Portis up top. Portis against VJ. Here is Cole Anthony driving downhill. He steps back, mid-range, hits again. For the Sixers, it is McCain, PG, VJ, Edwards, and Bona. So a very wonky lineup here from Nick Nurse to begin. Paul George on a heater, though. He had 16 in the third, and there is Bona with the lay-in. Nice dish from PG, making plays happen. Sims tried to get it to Kuzma, and a miscommunication. I believe that's Williams' first trivia win of the season. Double check on that. Here's Paul George at the wing, guarded by Kyle Kuzma. 15 on the shot clock. Heat check. Paul George again.
He's on fire.
Paul George again. Come on, man. Dude, he is on a heater. Here's Bobby Portis against VJ, floats it up, and the Bucks continue to not go away. They continue to not go away, man. Three-ball Paul George again, can't get it that time. Knocked out of bounds by the Sixers. They're starting to ramp up their intensity a little bit. Congratulations to William Irvine. Yeah, first trivia win of the season, according to my books here. Kuzma inbounds to Green. Green floats it up, missed it. Here come the 76ers. McCain up the floor. McCain working against Rollins. McCain inside the paint, floats it up. Rimmed out. Bucks fighting for their own rebound, and they knock it out. Wow. Let me catch up on the chat here. Paul George again. Holy crap, bro. Yo. PG's going crazy. PG's going crazy. Then he forces a turnover on Milwaukee. Sixers lead it by 16. Sixers lead it by 16. I wish I was in here to see RB's reaction when Joel called the, well, you know the good part about this show? Which you can't do on TV, you can go back and watch the replay after. You can go back and watch the replay after. All you got to do is find the timestamp. And then you can drop it down in the comments. Bona tried the poster on Portis, couldn't get it to fall though. Kuzma on the other end of three, and he knocks it through. Paul George only shows up when I talk smack on him mid-game. Literally. Paul George drives. Nice kick to McCain for 3. Wow. Dude, Paul George doing everything right now. Sixers steal it away again. Edgecombe up to McCain. McCain for 3. McCain! And he's screaming to the crowd. Come on, man. The Sixers are cooking. The whole team comes up to Jared. The whole team comes up to Jared. Let's freaking go. Let's go, man. Dude. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what has taken over the Sixers in the last 5 minutes. I said at the start of, or at the end of the third quarter, I said, listen, man, Sixers have to win this game by double digits, and Paul George has answered the prayer. I don't know what the hell got into Paul George. I honestly am starting to think Paul George listened into this live show at halftime, and he heard me talking smack about him, and he said, you know what? I got you, RB. No worries. Let me turn back the clock 5 years. Because that is what Paul George is doing right now. Paul George might be having his best game of the year. And Jared McCain, my gosh, bro.
Let's go.
So good to see Jared McCain playing like this. So good to see Jared McCain back playing like this, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. I was getting very worried at the end of the third quarter. By the way, we hit 300 likes. Drop the yes sirs, man, for PG and McCain. For PG and McCain. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, we remember what you guys said about Jared McCain, man. Let that boy get a little bit of confidence. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let that boy Jared McCain get a little bit of confidence under him. $5 super chat. Hamburger Helpster says, is McCain and PG back? I don't know if I'm ready to say they're back, but they're playing out of their damn minds, bro. They're playing out of their damn minds, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, I want all y'all. I want all y'all in the chat that were doubting my boy McCain. I want all y'all damn boys in the chat that were doubting my boy McCain. Go ahead. Go ahead. One by one. One by one. Y'all love to come in here and start, oh, Jared McCain is cooked. Trade him to the West Coast. Trade him for anything. I want to hear all y'all in the chat. The apologies need to be louder than the criticism. Paul George steals it away again. PG for 3. McCain for 3. Cha-ching! They said trade him to the Blazers. They said trade him to Europe. Here's a 3 from Trent. No good. How many minutes would Doc Rivers play Jared McCain as the Bucks knocked down a 3? How many minutes would Doc Rivers play Jared McCain? I'll tell you right now, 0. He had 16 last night. He's got 17 tonight. He's got 5 triples. The Jared McCain apology tour starts now. Let's go. Come on, one by one. Surrender yourself in the chat, man. Surrender yourself in the chat. And you know what my favorite part is? It's not the shots. It's everybody on the bench running over to Jared McCain to give him that support. That's what I call awareness. That's what I call awareness, man. These dudes know Jared's struggling mentally, man. They all come over to him. They lift him up. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. Let's go one by one in the chat. Come on. It's all right. Y'all can admit it. Y'all gave up on Jared way too soon. Way too soon. Like I've said now for weeks, man. You guys, you got to be a little bit less, and I know this is sounding hypocritical coming from me, but you got to be just a little bit less over the ledge reactionary. We are 46 games into the season. This dude, Jared McCain. Now, again, I'm not saying he's all the way back either. So let me put that out there. But to want to give up on a first-round draft pick because he's coming off a knee surgery and a thumb surgery, some of you sound ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. This was supposed to happen playing the Bucks. Nope. I don't want to hear that BS either. Nope. Because that's what y'all do. Y'all try to play these double standards. Now it's only because it's the Bucks, right? But when the Sixers are playing bad teams before and McCain can't hit a shot, oh, the guy is terrible. Trade him. Never play him again. Trade him for anything you can get. Nope, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Make it rain. McCain is playing his ass off. Give him his credit. Give him his credit. You're the biggest crier ever. Well, you're an idiot, bro. Maybe you shouldn't try to give up on a player 2 weeks into the damn season. I want all the smoke, bro. Give McCain some love in the chat, man. And what the hell is going on with Paul George, bro? What is going on with Paul George? This dude, he's got 9 triples, bro. What? That's the more surprising thing, man. Grimes goes out one game, and Paul George and Jared McCain are like, you know what? We'll step up. No problem. No problem. Like I said, bro, it doesn't matter what team you're playing against. The fact that Jared McCain finally looks confident again is a great thing. It is a wonderful thing. The Bucks are a terrible team. Bucks are a terrible team. But y'all got to admit when you're wrong, and it's okay. Jared McCain is back, baby. Let's go. I don't care who they're playing. I don't care the opponent. I care that Jared is getting confidence back. And I'm very glad that, I mean, I don't expect Paul George to do this every game, but holy crap, man. I said it 10 minutes ago. I said, if we could just get 18 points from PG a night, that'd be great. 32 is wild. I wonder what Paul George's most threes in a game are. Anybody know PG's most threes in a game? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. EJ at the line. We got 7 minutes to play. Now the Sixers need to buckle down and close it out. Now it gives a heart attack. VJ missed the first. I love how happy everybody is for everyone too. Let's see what Paul George's most threes in a game are, because I do not know the answer. Looks like Paul George's most threes in a game is 10, and it was back in 2019 for the OKC Thunder. Turner for 3, knocks it through. Sixers had just gone up by 20. They have 127 points. Paul George back to Justin Edwards for 3. That one rims out. Sixers might put up 145 in this game. Here's AJ Green to Gary Trent, guarded by McCain. Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis turning, spinning. Portis knocks it down. Guys, I'm going to be honest, man. I think I'm just going to start talking smack to Paul George every game. Because every time I talk smack, the dude he comes alive. Here he is again, driving, kicking. And we got an offensive foul, but PG wants Nurse to challenge it. Didn't Jared play well last night? Yeah, he did. Last night was an awful game. Last night was an awful game. But Jared looked really good yesterday. He finally got minutes, and then tonight he is absolutely cooking right now. Like I said, it's okay. It's okay if you gave up on him too early. Just got to apologize. Y'all are so quick to jump on Maxey and PG and everybody else. Got to give McCain some love, man. And I speak the facts, bro. I speak facts. I do this every game. Appreciate y'all being in here. I know we got trolls in the chat. They don't want to be wrong, but y'all are. Y'all are, man. It's okay. We all want the team to win. I'm glad they're winning. A couple games ago, I said, yeah, McCain is starting to look like this might not be his season. I never gave up on the guy. I said, let him get healthy. Well, what do you know? Couple games of confidence. Couple games of confidence. And you know what else it took? It took Quentin Grimes being out for one game for Jared McCain to get how many minutes? 20. He's got 20 minutes in this game. Jared McCain has been playing like 5 minutes a game all season. Just being honest. Call is going to be overturned. So it is a foul on Gary Trent. Good challenge by Nick Nurse. We got 600 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like the show, subscribe to the show, welcome in. Sixers Game Day Live. We do it every game. Let's hope that this team can finish it off. I think at one point, like a month ago, Nurse was playing McCain, 10 to 12 minutes a game maybe. He wasn't looking good at all. But then the minutes started to diminish, and a guy can't really get his rhythm in 4 minutes in a game. So I'm very happy to see McCain get his rhythm back, man. We've been talking about needing a guy off the bench. Well, here you go. Doc Rivers is still complaining and no tech. Doc Rivers yapping for 10 minutes straight, no tech. Maxey going to find Paul George driving downhill, floats it up. Bona can't knock it down. Here's Ryan Rollins working against Adem Bona. Kicks it out to Bobby Portis for 3 and left it short. So I think the Sixers beat them by 15 last time. Currently, they lead by 15. Still a lot of game left to play. Maxey steps back a 2. It rims in and out. Bona taps it to PG for 3. He hits it, but a foul on the floor will take it away. That would have tied his career high. If you're just tuning in, Paul George has 9 triples in this game. Paul George had 10 points in the first half. He had 16 in the third quarter. And he has 6 in the fourth. So Paul George is 1 away from tying his career high 3-pointers with 10. He has 9 right now. Adem Bona drives and slams it down. Nobody there to defend. We know the Bucks are horrible offensively. They're 27th in points scored. Let's see what they are in points against. It's not much better, I'll tell you that. 3 ball from Rollins, no good. Milwaukee Bucks are 15th actually in points against, but when we look at defensive rating, they are 20th. So lower third of the NBA. They're worse offensively, but man, their defense is getting cooked right now. Kuzma kicks it out to Turner. AJ Green pops up a 3 and hits. It's crazy how this team can take us on a roller coaster ride, man. We were pretty happy in the first half. We were pissed off in the third. And so far, pretty happy in the fourth. That's like the epitome of this team all season. Sixers tap it out. Maxey gets it back. 6 on the shot clock. 4:30 to go here in the fourth. Maxey drives downhill, turns and spins, puts it up and blocked. Rollins kicks it over to Kuzma. Kuzma. Turner puts up a 3 off balance. He's fouled. Really happy for y'all in the chat too, man. You guys aren't feeding into the trolls today. Strong community in here. Y'all are the best, man. We have cultivated the best game day live show for the Sixers, man. Shout out to y'all. Sixer Nation, drop some blue and red in the chat. Drop some fires. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
Woo, sure. We don't need to listen to anybody else, man. This is how you get your confidence back. This is how you play well, man. They needed to make a statement, and right now they are. Kuzma goes to the locker room. Looked like he's dealing with an injury. Here is Gary Trent Jr. Kicks over to Turner. Good night for Miles Turner. Gets boned at a jump and jumps into a 3-point foul. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bona's got to stop jumping on that, man. Got to stop jumping. First one, no good. Second one is good. Let's go drop them fires in the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe if you enjoy this coverage. We do it every single game. First 30-point game as a member of the Bucks for Miles Turner. How about our boy PG, man? Pretty sure it's a season high, right, for PG? Might have had one game above 30. Let me know. We'll look it up here in a second. Let's go. Drop them fires, man. What a fourth quarter by the Sixers. And I can't believe they outscored the Bucks at the end of the third, man. Thanks to Paul George, really. One more shout out to our great partners over at National University. Thank you to them for making this possible. Shout out to NU, the largest non-profit accredited university in the U.S., helping you live your life and achieve your goals. More than 1 in 3 college students have considered pausing their education right now, citing emotional stress. And that's why NU offers a ton of resources, including free virtual mental health counseling, one-on-one support for life challenges, and all of the other resources you need to have a competent degree program. They offer the most comprehensive degree and program options in the U.S. for working and non-traditional students with 4 and 8-week online courses, helping you balance work life and school. Last year, National University awarded $50 million in scholarships, and they are offering for application right now their Year of You scholarship. Get up to $6,000 per year on your bachelor or master's degree when you apply for the Year of You scholarship. Shout out to National University, a proud partner of Philly Take with RB for the last 2 years. Thank you to them for partnering. Shout out to all of our game day partners. We got 4 minutes to go. We got 4 minutes to go. Here's Joel Embiid. Corner 3. Knocks it down. Let's go. Daniel says Arby's talking wild. What did I say, Daniel? What did I say? What did I say that's so wild? I would love to know. Because I'm finally telling y'all the truth. And y'all are mad that y'all were wrong about Jared McCain. It's okay. You can admit it. You can admit it. Doesn't mean I'm talking wild. How about Joel Embiid with the stare down of the Bucks bench, too? Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. Sixers lead by 15. First free throw is missed. Tell you what, man, if I'm Nick Nurse, I'm not confident either with this 15-point lead, knowing this team. I'm not confident either. There's Tyrese Maxey, 3:30 to go. It is only a 14-point game. Joel Embiid puts up the 2, missed it. VJ with the one-handed putback tomahawk.
He's on fire.
VJ. Three ball from Milwaukee, no good. Yeah, get that guy out of here, man. Get that guy out of here. Like I said, no disrespect in my chat, man. Busy, you're exactly right. People sometimes on here, they just say stuff and they don't even know what they're saying. As Rollins lays it in down the other end, let's go. Sixers got to buckle down. We got McCain in and Barlow in over PG and Oubre. I don't know why PG's on the bench. Get him back in the game, man. He was cooking. Only one turnover for Paul George, by the way. Maxey coming around his screen, little two-man game, drives, dumps to Barlow, and smacked out by the Bucks. Wow, what a slam by VJ Edgecombe, man. Just a beautiful stat line for Paul George, man. EJ going to get a shot clock violation. Trying to look up if this is Paul George's most points of the season. Because he says, weren't we up 20 though? Come on, Sixers. So Daniel, you never answered the question, bro. What did I say? That was so wild. Looks like the cleanup crews are coming in, so it's officially going to be a wrap. There's Jabari Walker in for the first time. Anthony puts it up. Missed it. Trenton Watford in with Dembona, no headband now. Barlow, Edwards. All poked away. Giannis's brother's in the game. PG had 35 against the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see. About the McCain thing, you said he didn't need to be in the rest of the season. I'm the one sitting here saying that y'all should be apologizing to Jared McCain. But then we need to apologize to him for playing well for 2 games. Yep, so I never said McCain should be out for the rest of the season. I said he is not looking good physically. A lot of people gave up on McCain. So yes, you do need to apologize to Jared McCain because he's playing his butt off, man. Jabari Walker up top. Going to find Justin Edwards. Edwards going to find Walker. Walker turning and spinning finds Watford. Watford drives, pulls it up, left it short. Like I said, man, it's just a lot of people just want to, overreact over every game. Like, oh, Maxey's terrible. VJ sucks. McCain's cooked. Like, only takes a game or two, man. Is that Janai Broom in? That is Janai Broom. He's back up. Back up in the NBA. Edwards for three. Cha-ching. Cha-ching, man. So we got 25 seconds. The Sixers are going to wind this down and win it. We got a lot to talk about in this postgame tonight. A lot to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Sixers Game Day Live. We do it every single game, pregame, live game, and postgame. Y'all know the vibes, man. Sixers get a big bounce back win. They now have more wins than they had last season. The Sixers just recorded their 25th win. They had 24 last season. The Sixers have eclipsed last season's win total. Midwest says you're the biggest overreactor. I tell the truth every game. I tell the truth and what happens every game. People like you sit in the chat and you whine and cry about Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain and VJ and then Joel and PG. And then you come in here and you can't admit when you're wrong, but you were. The Sixers win. Jared McCain played phenomenal basketball. Paul George turned the clock back 10 years. And 76ers get a much-needed win. That's the most important thing. They took us on a roller coaster ride. I told you exactly what happened the entire game. I go off my intuition. I tell you exactly what is going to happen. And the 76ers score 139 points. That's a big-time win. They played a bad team. They took over in the fourth quarter and the end of the third. And most importantly, a couple guys got back into form, which was very much needed. Anyway, done looking at those people in the chat. A lot of people in here. I appreciate all the good ones in here, man, that are constantly supporting, showing up, doing their thing. Sixers win, man. At the end of the day, they get back on track and they win. I want to see those play the song emojis. I want to see those W emojis. Ladies and gentlemen, play the song. Screw the haters. Yes, sir. Woo! Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to run it back, man. We're going to run it back just because I feel like it. Like I said, man, shout out to everybody in the chat who rocks with us every game. It was a very eventful night, and it is time to pass around the apology form. Call it overreaction if you want. But things must be said in the postgame show. Stick around, and if you are brave enough, call into the show. Apologies must be given. Things must be said, because the way that the 76ers, and most importantly, a few specific players look tonight, it's very warranted. And a lot of this fan base, just being completely honest, gives up way too fast on players. Let's go, man. Love the vibes tonight. Vibes are the best. 50 says, I'm going to call. Good. I want all you guys to call in. I want your thoughts, honestly. But we got to play the song one more time. Let's go, man. Turn the clocks back. Tonight was a bunch of vibes. Let's go.
He's on fire!
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Edward, completely agree with your point about playing with energy. Don Boyle says we had a bunch of trolls to get rid of. Yo, mods. Guys, drop some love for the mods, man. Look, I'm not trying to read all the trolls' comments. I know a lot of them flood in here. Sometimes I'm just, like I said, I got a lot going on. I'm looking at the chat sporadically. But, you know, we weed out the trolls here, man. We weed out the trolls. And we got the best community, man. Down to the core. I agree with that 100%. Trolls are going to say what they want. There's always going to be people that come in and they just say whatever they want and they'll sit behind a keyboard and that's what they do. That's what they do. But I'm always going to sit up here and be me. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I told you in the pregame show tonight that I'm being unfiltered tonight. And that's what's coming out. That's what's coming out, man. I'm telling you all the facts. Beyond the win, beyond the final score, we saw a couple key things tonight that we're going to talk about in the post-game show on the flip side. So stick around. Everybody hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy. And we do this every single game. Best game day live show in the world. Shout out to the chat. Daniel says, I'm not a troll. I'm allowed to disagree. You're absolutely allowed to disagree. I never want anybody to think you can't have a different opinion. No spam, no disrespect in the chat. But when you come at RB, you got to have facts. You got to have receipts. Don't come in here and tell me, oh, you said this when I never said it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm going to drop the Discord link in the chat as well as the phone number. You can call in either way. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. We will give our post-game analysis, and then we'll take some live calls, and we will talk about it all. Also, we finalized our link tree, so now you can support all of our socials on one link. That's what we do. That's what we do. Mods, y'all know what to do. All right, man. All right, man. Hope to hear from y'all on the phone lines post-game. We got a lot to talk about. The Paul George revive game. The Jared McCain maybe is back game. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the roller coaster of a night that we had. Sixers post-game live coming up here in just a few moments. Do not go anywhere. Sixers win. Catch y'all soon. sir. Welcome on in to the 76ers postgame live show presented by Sleeper right here on the Philly Take with RB Sixers Game Day live show. Sixers bounce back in a big way. They drop a 139 spot on the Milwaukee Bucks, a much-needed bounce back. But even more importantly than that, we look at the specifics. We look at a couple things that happened. Oh, boy. You thought I was unfiltered during the Game Day show. I got some things to get off my chest. It is the second of a back-to-back, so, don't want to put too much on here. We'll take some phone calls. I want to hear from you. I want you to call into the show, and I want you to tap in the chat like you do every game after the game. We have the best Game Day Live community, and it is all because of your interactions in the chat and on the phones and just all the support, man. So support us everywhere. We have a link tree now down in the description, so you can check out all of our social platforms all in one place. And make sure to follow us over on audio platforms where you can listen back to the shows. Ladies and gentlemen, what the heck happened in the third quarter? I'll tell you what happened, all right? In pure 76ers fashion, they come out and have a decent first half. They're kind of playing a little bit down to a sucky team. And then at halftime on the Game Day show, per usual, I talk a little smack. I'm starting to talk about Paul George not being that aggressive in second halves of games. And he says, RB, shut up. And he comes out in the third quarter after scoring 10 in the first half. He drops 16 in the third quarter. He drops 4 threes in the third quarter. Paul George looked like vintage PG. I didn't know we were turning the clock back 8 years tonight, but Paul George had his second most threes in a game ever, tied for second most with 9 triples. 9? Dude, we've been talking about Joel. We could talk about his 24 first half buckets and, what he was doing in this game, how he looked great offensively, not good defensively. We could talk about Maxey and his 22 tonight, but I feel like nobody's been talking about PG that much. And if he can just give us half of this, right? Give us, 18, 20 a game. This team would be in much better shape. Paul George, heat check after heat check, back-to-back triples. They finally ran offense for him. He finally looked engaged, and when he did that, Paul George made a statement. He single-handedly saved this game in that third quarter. And then Jared McCain comes and drops 4 triples in the fourth quarter. Oh my gosh. One game of Quentin Grimes being out, and Jared McCain says, you know what? Yesterday I dropped 16. I'm going to come back and drop 17. But he played 20-plus minutes tonight. They finally gave him a handful of minutes, and his confidence was back, and the whole bench runs over after a couple threes, and they're celebrating him. You had the big highlight play where Maxey, running the two-man game with Embiid, throws up an oop, and Joel actually lifts off the ground and throws it down. This win was more vibes than anything. You beat a bad team. Doc Rivers is whining all game to the ref, no tech whatsoever. But I just loved the energy, especially after that downpour of misery yesterday. They come back on the second of a back-to-back after arriving back in Philly at 1 a.m., not sleeping much, and said, you know what, we're going to kick some butt tonight. And that is exactly what they did. And for that, they deserve credit. Now, as we start to look into this a little bit more, like I said, in pure Sixers fashion, they're going up against a team that's 27th in offense. Most of that offense is probably accounted from Giannis as it is. And you got Ryan Rollins cooking you. You got Miles Turner having his first 30-point game of the season. I mean, you got to be kidding me. I got to complain for a minute here, right? And then, like I said, I tell you the truth. I'm going to get into my thoughts here, okay? I just got to talk about the Bucks for 1 second. Miles Turner having 31 is ridiculous. Joel Embiid didn't play a sliver of defense in this game. He was playing great offensively, looked like peak MVP Embiid again offensively. He's hitting these little, crossover fadeaway step backs from the baseline, little drop steps. He's baiting the defender every time into a foul. Joel, like I always say, is one of the smartest offensive players in the NBA. And he was doing it offensively all first half. He was carrying this team. Maxey was off to a slow start. VJ wasn't aggressive. PG had that run of 10 points in the second quarter, but it was Joel Embiid being physically demanding and once again knowing that Miles Turner could not stop him. But on the other end, every which way, this defense was out of shape. Joel didn't even care about rebounding or defending. He had 7 boards in the first 5 minutes, and he had 2 the rest of the game. But anyway, that's what happened with Joel Embiid tonight. Still looked a little bit shaky. Got to get him back to playing every day. But throw that to the side. Thought Maxey had an underrated game today. I thought he played a lot better in the first half. Got to give Maxey some credit. I mean, his legs do look tired out there, but continued to attack. He only went 2 of 8 from 3, but he went 9 of 19 from the field. He had 22 and 9 dimes. Thought he deferred a lot to his teammates, which was great. But the story of the day was absolutely Paul George. And once again, I mean, there's no other way to put this. I feel like Paul George is a product of the system. And I'm not trying to defer blame from Paul George. I've been saying it now for like 2 to 3 weeks. Paul George is way too passive in this game, in the second half mostly. But then at halftime, I was having a discussion, and I come back to the sentiment that how come they never run a set of plays? I said this at halftime, I promise. I'm pretty sure PG listens into the stream at halftime. And the Sixers literally sit in the locker room, they order double cheeseburgers and fries, and they just go on Twitter and YouTube. That's what they do at halftime, because we come out in the third quarter, and the 76ers are lollygagging again. Bucks go on a quick 17-10 run. Sixers can't hit anything. Paul George single-handedly saved this team. He had all 10 points for the Sixers when it was a 17-10 run. And Doc Rivers is actually making adjustments. He goes to his own defense. Sixers go on a quick 6-0 run. Doc Rivers is calling timeout. I'm like, what's going on here? Are the Sixers getting outcoached again by Doc Rivers? And then Paul George goes on a heater. Back to back. Nice ball movement. Whipping it around the perimeter. Paul George, heat check, heat check, heat check. He looked confident. It didn't look like luck. It looked like he knew what he wanted to do. And it goes back to this dilemma that we always have with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, right? We're like, who should get more touches? Who should run the offense? But we constantly forget that we have Paul George and VJ Edgecombe. We constantly forget that these guys can create themselves. So my one piece of advice to Nick Nurse after this game would be get more stretches in games where Paul George can run the offense, where VJ can run the offense, because there's just so much opportunity out there. And I know there's only one basketball. Not everybody can shoot 20 times a game. But you saw everybody having impact. Even VJ, right? Didn't score a lot, had 12 points, 8 boards, and 7 dimes. He can create offense. So when Nick Nurse is staggering these lineups and he's going to PG and VJ off the bench, let that run a little bit, you know? You bring Maxey back in, cool. But let PG go for 5 minutes and let him kind of, circulate things and let the flow of the offense run through PG sometimes. So let it run through VJ. These guys have more to offer. And when the Sixers are playing so unpredictable like this, teams just don't know who to go at. They don't know who to stop. Couple double teams in that third quarter, whip it around, PG, boom, VJ in the corner, bang. That's what I like to see. Shout out to Paul George, man. Unbelievable game. Second highest point total of the season. Second highest three-pointers made in his career. 9 triples. Now, I want to talk about Jared McCain. And I had a lot of people getting frustrated at me on the live chat. And you know what? I don't care. I'm going to stick to my guns. A couple weeks ago, and most importantly, a couple games ago, I said, it looks like we're getting to the point where you might have to, maybe shut down Jared McCain or send him to the G League at least. Let him get more reps because he's not getting the minutes. He doesn't look physically right. Same things we said about Joel Embiid. But just like that Embiid conversation, I never said that Jared McCain was done. He was washed. He was cooked. But you see, a lot of the Sixer fan base likes to overreact to certain players and a couple bad games. And again, it's just how, reactionary takes are nowadays. So for the last month and a half, all I've been seeing in the live chat is trade Jared McCain. He's cooked, he's washed, and send him to the West Coast. Get whatever you can get for him. This is a first-round pick who looked like a star in the making last year. I know the circumstances. Congrats to the Sixers, by the way. The 76ers have now won more games this season, 25, than they did all of last season, which is insane. And we are only in January. But anyway, we have to stop doing this thing, whether it's Maxey, whether it's Embiid, whether it's VJ, whoever, where they have a couple bad games and we're ready to can them. And we're ready to send them to Florida. And we're ready to ship them overseas. We got to stop doing that, man. I'm not saying Jared McCain is all the way back, but you're telling me one game where Quentin Grimes doesn't play with a sprained ankle and Jared McCain finally gets 20-plus minutes. And what does he do? He comes back 3 after 3 after 3. He goes 4 of 4 in that fourth quarter when the Sixers really needed that jolt after the Paul George run. And my favorite thing about it was the whole team is coming up to him. They're celebrating him. Maxey and Drummond and all these guys. They know he's been in a mental block. They know he's needed that confidence, that game that can really get him back. And what do you know? Instead of playing 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, you give him a sample of minutes, you give him some shots, you run some of the offense through him, and he's knocking down. We'll see if it can continue, but we saw a completely different level of confidence from Jared McCain. I'm not going to say he's all the way back, but damn it, he played his ass off. And Jared McCain, if he can continue to play like this, is exactly what the Sixers need off their bench, which is what has been lacking lately. And he had 17 last game. He had 16 last game. He had 17 this game. He hits 5 triples, and he was the spark that the Sixers bench needed. You see how easy a win is? You see how the team can drop 140 points when somebody off the bench gives you that spark? It makes things so much easier when the Paul Georges and the Jared McCains can play like this. So all I'm going to say is start sending around the apology form. Send that apology form to every Sixers fan that was ready to throw Jared McCain off the bridge because you gave up way too quickly. The guy showed a ton of potential last year. And after getting healthier, after trying to recover from that knee surgery and the thumb surgery, he's starting to really get into his groove. It's only a few games, but it was very, very promising. Shout out to Jared McCain for not letting that get to him. Jared McCain has been very open about how he does therapy, how he does all these different things, because he knows the criticism that comes his way, both on and off the floor. He is mentally tough. He is mentally tough. And that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. He's not a perfect player. He's got to improve defensively as much as he can. But it's time to stop overreacting at these, specific players or these certain performances every single game, man. We got to just chill out a little bit. Let this guy get some minutes under him. I was going to send him to the G League just to let him get minutes, let him get confidence back. That's it. That's it. Now, again, we go back to this game overall, and we'll go to the phones here in just a few minutes, so make sure you call into the show if you want to get in on the phones now, because who knows how many calls we're going to take on the second of a back-to-back. It's already a late game, late end, but Sixers win at 139-122. They shot 52% from three-point range. They shot 52% from the field. They out-rebounded the Bucks by 8. And they completely obliterated them in almost every category. Sometimes it is a make-or-miss league. It's a lot better when you're making the shots. But yesterday was a complete embarrassment of effort. And it's funny, a lot of people in the comments are always like, how are you going to talk so down on them last night about that game and then talk about them so great today? Because that's what they are giving us. Don't you understand? We've been streaming every game this season. That's what we do. And if you're one of those fans, which is okay, by the way, if you're one of those fans that just kind of checks in every 4 or 5 games, you're not going to understand that this is who the team has been all year. They win a couple big games, then they lose a couple bad games. Then they come back and win a couple. Now, maybe they'll go on a couple game winning streak, right? Maybe they'll beat the Kings and the Pelicans. Then we'll get hype, and then maybe they'll lose a couple bad ones on the West Coast next week. The vision is about the long term. Can they stay healthy? Can we continue to see this version of Joel Embiid? Although he did not look good mobility-wise tonight, he continues to have that touch offensively where he just gets in that flow state and you can't stop him. What is it, like 13 out of the last 15 that he's gone above like 27 or 28 points? He's looking to be right back in MVP form. And I don't care who it is. I don't care what player it is. I want the team to win. However they can win is what the Sixers need to focus on. Simple as that. If right now that's Joel Embiid, if in 10 games it's Maxey, if in 20 games it's VJ, whoever it is, they just got to stack wins, get themselves in a good positioning for a home playoff series, and we'll see what happens at the deadline. They better be serious, and they need to stay healthy. That is the biggest thing. But we see what the potential can be. We see how Paul George can play and VJ and some of these bench guys. It's not perfect, but it gives them a fighter shot. That alley-oop was crazy, man. It was really symbolic of the resurgence of Joel Embiid, seeing Maxey smile after that, panning to Embiid, seeing him laugh like the good old days, really warmed my heart, man. It brought a lot of emotion back, man. You got to be happy for Joel as a human being, to see him get back to his form, to see him feel the way that he is, man. It's really nice. It's really nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got on this game. Call into the show. I want to take some phone calls. We got to go rapid fire, though. And let's get some thoughts in here, man. Sixers post-game live show. The Sixers win it 139-122. Call into the show if you want to give your thoughts. Let's go rapid fire. We're going to start over on the Discord. Our guy Fredo is on the line. Fredo.
Hey, what's going on?
What's good, Fredo?
I'm going to talk about the negatives first before I talk about any of the positives.
Let's go. Rapid fire, my guy. What you got?
Still, like the defense, I'm so tired of seeing guys run down 5 guys in the paint and there's 3 guys wide open on the perimeter. You go up against teams that shoot way better than the Bucks, it's going to be a blowout. But they did what they're supposed to do tonight. Embiid obviously wasn't the best mobile tonight, but offensively, I think he's found his rhythm. Paul George, this is what $50 million a year is supposed to look like. He came to play, especially that third quarter where the Bucks brought it close. He did what he was supposed to do, stretch the lead out a little more, let them know if you think you're in this game, you're not. I gotta apologize because I said the T word with Jared McCain last night. I said the T word, and Jared McCain said, "Hey, I'm still here. Shut up. I just got to get back in my rhythm." But other than that, good game. All 3 guys, well, at least the main 3, they played well, played good, did what they were supposed to do, came out here and dominate. And if Jared McCain can continue to put stretches like this together, you're looking at a completely different Sixers team because Jared McCain can shoot the lights out.
Listen, man, imagine getting, let's say 17 a game from PG and 13 a game from Jared McCain. That's 30 more points a game,
Easily.
Like it takes so much pressure.
More from Quentin Grimes too.
Yeah, imagine getting 10 from Quentin Grimes. Imagine the pressure that could take off, a run right now by Maxey where he obviously just looks gassed and not himself, right? Like there's other ways to win games.
Yep. And then Kelly Oubre, he's good for a good 10 or more. He might have a game where he's hitting 4 threes and
exactly
in the dunker spot. So we got some guys. They still need to make some trades during the trade deadline, I think, for rebounding if they're not going to play Andre Drummond. if they're not going to utilize him, you got to go try to get a rebounder for him because we still need some help on the board. I thought Embiid would have had more rebounds tonight, but
and Bona
in the first quarter.
Bona had a couple nice shot blocks, but again, outside of the highlight plays, I know he had 8 boards, so I don't want to discredit him, but I still think Drummond should be playing. That's my own personal opinion, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. It's very weird.
Bona's still raw, in my opinion. He's still very raw.
Yeah.
But he's a shot blocker. A lot of people aren't going to challenge him down there because they know he's going to get up. But then again, they are going to challenge him because they know they're probably going to get fouled if they don't get their shot destroyed. But that's about it. That's all I got for tonight.
Fredo, appreciate the call, man. Thanks for keeping it short and simple. Shout out Fredo on the Discord. Fredo, fire caller, man. Drop some fires in the chat for Fredo. Like I said, I want to get everybody's thoughts in here. And we're trying to keep it simple for this post game, but just a really fun game. Great win. Fun to talk about. Reggie Miller during this game said, people don't want to see this coming. The Sixers coming into form. I agree. I'd have to agree. All right. Let's go over to the phone lines. Got some callers on the line. Let's go 484. 484, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm here to talking about first the negatives, then we're going to go to the positives.
All right, let's go. Rapid fire, man. What you got?
All right. So, first off, I want Embiid to start, blocking shots, playing a lot more defense. Now, I'm not saying that, he needs to go all the way up on the guy. But, what I'm saying is what I seen today was Embiid defensively wasn't really himself, right? If they weren't going to play Andre Drummond, then just probably keep Embiid for offense, right? Now, we're going to go over to the positives. I like the fact that Paul George was on a heater in the second half, 3-point-wise and shooting-wise. I don't know exactly where Maxey went, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they did enough to win, They got enough guys contributed to get the win. That's all that matters to me.
I should respect the win, though.
Yeah, that's all we needed, man. Anything else you got for me?
But that's all I have. Probably one more thing.
All right, let's go. What you got?
Nah.
No? All right, man. You good?
All right.
Good call, bro.
Yep.
Appreciate it, man. I like to take. Paul George is on a heater. I agree. And Joel Embiid, you're right, has to play defense. Joel's got to play defense, man. Simple as that. He did not play any defense. It looked like he did not care defensively. Maybe his leg or his knee was hurting. I don't know. He just didn't look right. He didn't look right. But again, for all the people that want to champion the Embiid stuff, look, I've always loved Joel. Always have been a Joel guy. He did not look good in the beginning of the season. I have thanked Dr. Jonathan Glashow every single stream. This guy is phenomenal, man. He fixed Kawhi Leonard and he fixed Joel Embiid. Give that guy a raise. Dr. Johnny, man. Wow. What a job by Dr. Johnny. I don't know how he has Joel looking like this halfway into the season. I thought maybe near the end of the season, yeah, but man, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man. All right, back to the phones we go. Let's go to the 504. 504. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's good, bro?
What's up, man? What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Charlotte, North Carolina, man. I just want to let y'all know, I'm happy y'all got the win tonight. It was a good game.
Wait. Happy y'all? Are you not a Sixers fan?
No, I am a Sixers fan.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Charlotte, North. Y'all just got us in 11th place.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bit. I'm from Charlotte,
you said y'all.
But I'm a fan.
You said y'all, so I wasn't sure. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm y'all, but my dad is from Philly, but I'm a Charlotte fan. LaMelo Ball, stand tall. You feel me? But I'm a Sixers fan. I'm not a hater, man. I'm not a hater at all.
Okay, go ahead. What you got for me?
So, well, basically, I'm saying, at the end of the day, man, I'm so happy y'all got the win. But when it comes to y'all coach, Nick Nurse, he acts like he doesn't.
Hold up, yo. Turn the stream down in the back. Turn the stream down.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, let me talk to you, but
Still got the stream on in the back.
hold on. I'm sorry. I got a delay. I'm sorry, y'all.
Just turn the stream down in the back, and then you're good, and then talk.
Well, the thing is, y'all, I like y'all team. The only thing y'all is missing is like a coach when it comes to it, because like Nurse, he acts like he has no control over the team, man. He's sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, there's nights where you can get at Nurse. I don't think tonight is one of them. But overall, yeah, there's definitely some games where we have gripes with Nurse.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, like, when it comes to it, this is like a shake-back game.
Yeah, I mean, they needed to win, you know? They had terrible energy yesterday. They came out today, and they handled business. That's how a good team does it, you know? They forget it in the past, and they come out and do your thing, you know?
But the thing is, if y'all keep having games where, like, your main players ain't having back-to-back, it's going to be the same heartache.
I agree, man. Good call. I agree. Got to play back-to-backs. I've been saying it all season. And, you gotta get Joel and PG to the point where they can suit up in a back-to-back. Do I think they're going to do that? Probably not. Which is going to hurt this team because, again, they still have like 10 more back-to-backs. And you just can't afford to lose those games. So I do think that it's going to be a little tricky, you know, to try to get those guys involved. Let's go to Mike from Philly on the phones. We got Mike saved. Mike, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How are you? What you got for me?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'll say this: it's always nice to have a win. You know, I'm never gonna complain about a win, but
I'll be honest with you, man. I just want to say one thing. I'll be honest. After that start of the third, I said on the live show, I'm like, if they only win this game by 2 points, I might have to complain about the win because it was getting out of hand. But then Paul George took over, so we're good.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. There is something that bothers me though, that like, I don't know if it bothers anybody else, but it's just I guess my maybe I'm too invested. Maybe I'm like a little too like I hold him up to like a plateau that he doesn't really want to be in. But Tyrese Maxey, man, to me, he's one of the best players that we've ever had for this franchise. And I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting, but the last couple of games, you know, he's obviously been going through this weird slump. And yeah, we won tonight, but it's almost like, you know, I said this before when I called into your show before, but I don't know if it has to be Nick Nurse because it seems like everyone because it's so up and down, it seems like everyone doesn't really know what their role is until Joel comes in the game because they all know, okay, let's defer to Joel. Let's defer to Joel. Let's defer to Joel. But when Joel is not in the game, when he's not playing the game, it's supposed to be Tyrese Maxey. But Tyrese Maxey, I feel like, defers to his teammates a little too much, and he's not as aggressive like a Kelly Oubre is. Like, Kelly Oubre is a ball stopper, and he shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. Like, the person who should be that aggressive is Tyrese Maxey. Every time he touches the ball and Joel is not in the game, like, I see him, he will be, like, wide open for, like a couple seconds, and then he will, like, do a pump fake and then pass it to the side, or he will be wide open and then pass it to the side. And I'm just like, what is he doing? Like, I understand he wants to be a great playmaker, but, dude, you're not Rajon Rondo. You're not Trae Young. You're Tyrese Maxey. Like, we need you to score first, then playmake. Like, his scoring does the playmaking.
Listen, I hear your argument. I hear you loud and clear, and I think it's overall a solid take, but I'm going to push back a little bit, okay? And here's what I'm going to say. What other superstar has to deal with, you know, maybe being asked to drop 30, 35 points one game, and then the next game, his two $50 million co-stars don't play, and then he has to come out and do something completely different. Or one game, Joel comes back, he's got to defer the whole game to Joel, and then he's got to come back and be the guy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's an easy situation to be in. Now, with that being said, he has to play better. But what nobody wants to talk about is Maxey is probably starting to feel the load of having to play 45 minutes a game for all those games that Joel and PG didn't play. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. I get that. I definitely get that.
That's what I'm saying, man. But I agree with your identity issue. I've been saying that all season, but that is due to the inconsistency of the lineup on the floor. And then again, it's like you kind of got to kick it back into gear, and then you have a night like tonight where Maxey doesn't have to be the guy. Like, I just feel like other teams have that established, and for the Sixers, it's kind of just been like all over the map this year.
Yeah, I would say, like, for me, right, any person that has been the guy for their team, like, they've all stepped up to the plate. Like, and I understand it's an 82-game season. Like, it's a lot of games, and you're not going to be tip-top shape every single game. But I've just seen it a little bit too much from him. Like, it's like you see, like, all these other players. Like, one thing that I hate in the league is people saying that Jalen Brunson and, like, Donovan Mitchell are, like, way better than Tyrese Maxey. And to me, they're like neck and neck. If not, Tyrese has had a better season than them. But like with these last couple of games, it's giving more ammo to those arguments because people are like, "Oh, Tyrese isn't like blah blah, he isn't blah blah."
That's for the people that don't know ball though, man. Because if Donovan Mitchell played with Joel Embiid, guess what? Donovan Mitchell would not be scoring what he is. Same thing with Jalen Brunson, because you're now asking Joel Embiid to come back into the lineup and play a completely different, slowed down version of the offense. And I think people don't really give the respect to that. But with that being said, Maxey still has to play better. I think both can be true.
100%.
So that's my only pushback on it. But at this point, I think Maxey just needs a rest for a game, man. He just doesn't look to be the same guy right now, in my opinion. But
yeah, dude. Definitely. Thank you, bro.
Hey, appreciate the call, man. Great call from Mike. Great call. That's how we do it, man. Respect the take. Like I said, Maxey is not, he's not just like deflected to any criticism. Like people think that because you defend Maxey, you can't criticize him. That's not true at all. Both can be true. What do you think about it, chat? What do you think? Because again, Maxey is not playing that well right now. But I also think he has been asked to do a lot. And guess what? There's going to be however many back-to-backs are left. There's going to be more games where Maxey is then asked to be the guy and then to not be the guy. And then here's Joel Embiid averaging 30 a game right now. Let him be the anchor of the offense. I just think it's an identity crisis. It's not consistent. That's my overall thoughts. The regular season, you have to iron out your identity. That way, when the playoffs come around, you're ready to hit on all cylinders. That's my thought. We did hit 400 likes. Chat wanted a yes, sir, and an air horn. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Woo! Hit that air horn at 11:30 at night. The neighbors hate us. We constantly pump out the content, man. Nooms in the chat says he's played way too many minutes this year. Nobody has run this much since Monte Ellis. That is a fact. Tyrese Maxey's playing more minutes than anybody in the last decade. Just being honest. It is the truth, man. It's the truth. Busy Bee says, I realize when they go on their West Coast trip, we'll be starting games at this time. It's going to be a crazy one. I don't know if we're going to do post games that night. We'll see. But maybe we'll be crazy. All right. We got a couple more people on the line. Before we do that, got to award our player of the game. Player of the game, man. Is it Paul George? I think PG got it that one game where he dropped 35. I think PG, he has to get it, right? I want to give it to McCain because McCain hasn't got it yet. But it's got to be PG, man. He went on an absolute heater. Turned back the clock. 9 triples, man. Incredible. It's like everyone that kept going up, you're like, oh, yep, that's in. He actually almost had another one, which was wide open, which would have tied his career high at 10. But, man, what a game for PG. What a third quarter. Single-handedly kept this team in the game. You have to wonder, if PG did not go on that run in the third, do they even win this game? I think it's honestly a fair question. It's a fair question. Mister says, I think Maxi's iffy right now. There's no need for that to be the focus of the losses. I agree. Ben dropping the yes, sir. Noom says, my wife just rolled her eyes. Dang, people really don't like the air horn, but I love it, man. It's me. We got to keep the passion, man. We got to keep the energy going. That's what we do. We can't sit up here, be suit and tie, TV. Like, that's not what we're going for. We're trying to build a fun community where we can all have a good time and we can talk ball and listen to coverage, man. Roni says it's easily PG. Cut the nonsense. Yeah, PG's got to get it. He has to get it. Crazy. Janai Broom did get minutes tonight. How about Janai Broom, man? What did he play? 4 minutes? 2 minutes? 1 minute? Shout out Janai Broom, man. Shout out Janai Broom. Yeah, PG gets player of the game. 32 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. I love it, man. I love it. All right, let's go back to the Discord. We got Cool J on the Discord. Cool J, what's up?
Yo, RB.
What's up, Cool J?
I'll keep my very short. A couple, 3 things that took away from me from this game. The first one definitely was Paul George. When the offense was starting to get a little bit sloppy, and B wasn't really the defense was not really doing well. So I talked about who was going to step up, and that was Paul George. Like 9 3-point boards. That's insane. Like, that was like vintage Paul George. And that's when we were wanting to see. We literally traded for him.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this is the PG that we need, man. This is the best version of PG. Efficient.
Second thing was definitely Jared McCain. Like, Jared McCain probably has confidence in this game. Like, he actually thought he played very well. And I feel like he was probably because VJ was, he was like, felt like, he wasn't really, VJ was, since he was playing very well, like he couldn't play well too. But he started getting that confidence back. Paul George started giving him the assist, passing the ball to him making his shots. Like, seeing that kind of McCain energy was like, probably back to like when we first got him as a rookie. Like, he started going off. And I'm glad that he was able to finally get that confidence back.
Man, we haven't seen McCain like that in a long time, man. That was beautiful. Like, just seeing Jared in his flow and all the team coming up to him, dapping him up. Like, that was awesome. That just showed me that this team is together, man. Like, that was really cool.
Absolutely. Just the third thing I want to get to really fast is just, a little nitpick. That's probably the defense. The defense wasn't really out well today. That could have been a little bit better. Offense was definitely great. They started making their shots. Definitely a huge improvement from yesterday. But the defense just needs a little bit more work. Like, we gotta be able to get rebounds. We gotta be able to be able to block from the rim. We gotta work on that a little bit. But overall, I would say great game. Got built on this. You got to get a streak going and keep it consistent. But overall, great night, great win. Got built up from now.
Love to hear it, man. Cool J, appreciate you calling in, man.
Appreciate you having me in.
Let's go. Shout out Cool J on the Discord. Great calls tonight. See what the chat says. In Broom we trust. Y'all love Janai Broom, man. It's hilarious. Noom says it may be because I put my phone on blast and annoy her when I know it's coming. That's hilarious, man. Listen, man. People love the air horn. People hate the air horn. One thing is a fact. You can't get rid of the air horn, man. That's Philly take. That's me, man. Maybe one day, but probably not. Probably not, because we have to have fun. We have to have fun, man. Simple as that. And we got to wake up the neighbors. Simple as that. Maybe when I move, we won't hit the air horn anymore. Maybe it'll just be something we leave here if I ever move. But until then, Gotta wear headphones, I guess. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get out of here, before I give a final thought and before I issue the apology form, we got to go give a shout out to our great partners over at Sleeper. We make the picks every game over on the Sleeper app. You can do the same thing. Download the app, use the code PhillyTake. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100 over on the Sleeper app. During this game or before this game, we picked Kelly Oubre over 12.5. I was very confident in that pick. And Kelly was the guy that had the off night, 7 points. Didn't take a lot of shots, didn't need to. I should have took freaking Paul George. I took Maxey over 26.5. Maxey goes under at 22. I took VJ Edgecombe over 5.5 boards. He goes for 8. And I took AJ Green over 10.5 points, and he went under with 8. So 1 of 4, not a good night for me, but if you think you can outpick me, download the Sleeper app. Go check it out. Use the code PhillyTake at a 100% deposit match up to $100. And next game, I might have to pick Paul George. But again, Paul George does whatever I say in opposite form. Like, if I say, Paul George, get more assertive, you're not playing well, he goes off. And then if I'm like giving him credit, or if I pick him on the over next game, he's probably going to have 2 points. So, anyway, man, what else? Anything else I wanted to say about this game? I thought it was weird that Barlow didn't play till the mid-second quarter. I don't know what that was about, but Nurse had a plan. It worked out. Still think Jabari Walker should be getting minutes. He has not played in a couple games because of Trendon Watford minutes. Other than that, not really concerned tonight. The Sixers shot 101 field goals tonight. I just noticed that. 101 field goal attempts. That's pretty wild, man. And they shot 52%. 52%. Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got. Sixers split the back-to-back. They got the Kings and the Pelicans coming up, and then the West Coast trip. Overall, a crazy night. Paul George vintage. Jared McCain revenge game. That's how we do it, man. Big bounce back win. Sixers win it 139 to 122. They advance to 25 and 21. Shout out to the community. Sixers Postgame Live presented by Sleeper. All going to sleep well tonight for sure. I know Paul George's guy went on an absolute heater. Hopefully he can keep up this confidence, man, but how the heck did that happen? Oh well, man. PG and McCain take us to victory. Sixers score 139. Doc Rivers is probably still complaining to the referee. Sixers get the win. We'll be back on Thursday night. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. Catch you on the next one. Philly Take with RB. We're out. Peace.